Hey everybody, welcome back to the Riyadh Masters, and hope you guys enjoyed the little bit of a break there we had between these series. Quick one between EG as we get ready to go into Secret versus BB Team, and honestly, should be a pretty exciting one. Hopefully, depending on how Secret does, I think that's the big wild card. Well,
Yeah,
Fogged, how you doing, man?
I'm good. I mean, this is. I'm hoping for some good stuff coming out of Secret, but I'm still, even if they bring some good stuff, this is probably one of the tougher matchups I think they've been put in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's BB. They are looking incredible, and they have been just always on the upward trajectory throughout the last couple months. And I mean, we got to see the beautiful display of them yesterday. They dismantled Shopify, and even this morning dismantled Liquid as well too. They're looking hot.
Dude, that's the one that was super surprising to me is how they looked against Liquid because that was convincing both
And
games, like
did you see how
35,
they did
32
it?
minutes.
They did it
No,
in the
no, no.
old school way too. So I actually got the glimpse of like the end of the game a little bit. It was with the gyrocopter, one of them versus the Enigma. So an old school throwback counter in a way that they decided to bust out, and they used the ET to buff it up, and Nightfall owned.
So did they just do the flak one and try and kill the Eidolons, or because like the previous idea was like you use flak cannon to take the Eidolon, then the counter response was you build buckler, and it was just like it's
um,
so weird.
I think like overall, I didn't get to see the laning unfortunately, but I think
Okay.
overall like Gyro has been a pseudo Enigma counter for quite a long time. Besides just that, but it's also throughout the game because you can itemize
Yeah.
agonyms, be like damage, dataless, etc. And then even if you get black hold, you either like can like just kill this Enigma or you sustain with your satanic and stuff like that during it. So that's literally what he did. So it was
That's cool.
super insane fast item timings. He got enabled by the ET and a Coddle, if I'm not mistaken, and they ran like an inch off lane. So it was really cool strategy that BB decided to end up doing, at least in that first game. So we'll see what we get this time, and let's see how Secret withstands this pressure of this team that just seems unstoppable.
Yeah, that is. I mean, the fact that it went that well with such like a kind of, I would say, out of meta draft, right? That's a lot of things that we just don't see like traditionally, but they made it look super good. All right,
Yeah.
cool. I like it a lot, and just
Nice.
another trick in BB's hat, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they also, excuse me, I'm actually choking on something. The second game, they actually owned Liquid so hard that Nisha, I think, went like 1-12 or 0-12. I didn't get to actually look at the scores at the end, but he had like an 8-minute Atos, I think it was, on Snap. This game was like absolute stomp. Like literally at 10 minutes or something, I think it was like an 8K gold lead when I tuned in. So yeah, I mean, if they can dismantle Liquid like that, I mean, Secret's got quite a tough matchup versus them, and let's see if they can get some good hero matchups and stuff like that at the least, because they're going to need that.
They first phase ban out the Enigma, even despite their success against it earlier. It is one of those things that like Puppy has a lot of experience playing. He plays it super greedy, and Secret have had some success with the hero. So rather than risk it, they're just gonna remove it from the game. I also like the Broodmother ban, something BB Team love to play if they get it.
Yep, they flex it too, so definitely something that you want to do if you don't have any type of great brood answers. Even though they do play like the Nagas and stuff like that, we've seen they can just flex it and do whatever they really want versus it anyway, and then they just counter the Naga. Tough team to draft first. As we've seen, BB just massive hero pools across the board, not afraid to bust out some unorthodox strategies too. They'll even ban out. Okay, I mean that's an interesting one.
Yeah, first phase Storm ban, dude. What?
No,
So
wait, what?
that one I don't quite understand. As like, obviously, yeah, GPK can play it, but
I mean, they did open with like Coddle Storm and stuff like that, but we have seen Storm also like you can see
you can just pick a
Kiyotaka.
snap, right?
Yeah, I mean
Your
they
first
could just
pick.
pick a snap, but we did see like Kiyotaka did. I don't know. Kiyotaka did some magic on his Storm. Literally,
Yeah,
like
that's true.
Giga carried a game even in the late game. So
Okay, well they banned the Snapfire. Don't want to give that one up first phase. I don't blame you. This hero just seems absurd in the mid lane. So rather than give it a free lane, they will go ahead and ban it out. And Secret have overall first pick. Lots of heroes still in. Of course, the Undying, one of the big ones. And with the Snapfire banned, you might want to go for it.
5 seconds remaining.
see
Also the Ench, something that we see a little bit more often.
ET as well too, rising up, but they'll go with their bet.
All
They had
right.
success with it this morning, so I think they want to stick with that. They did win twice with it. And there's the Undying. I feel like that's never going to be a hesitation pick. For the most part, if Snapfire's banned, it's just going to be this. It's like the best 5 position to lane secure. That and the clockwork for the most part. So
Yeah, you obviously can flex the bat and hide where you want it to go. We've seen it as a support. We've seen it in mid lane.
5 seconds remaining.
Some teams played it as off lane, like Whisper on EG, but yeah, Undying is just such a stable hero. It is hard to not pick this.
Just ruins the offlane pool. You don't want to play like half your heroes versus this because you could just never even get out of the laning phase and just secure, for the most part, most of these carries. Let's see what BB looks to go for. They'll just stick with their supports. And this is a flex, as saw up here, did play it in a carry role, or in a, 3-position role.
That's so sick, actually. Just like the 3-ench. Because we've seen how much damage and how effective like an Enchantress can be if she's, a farmed support, let alone a core.
They might just primal here. I mean, that's what they won with earlier. They felt very confident with it, so.
Very good primal heroes to go, right?
Yeah, it's good versus, it can be good versus both of them. This is maybe perhaps a bit of a flex also. So Secret was actually the team. Yes, Crystallis is the Monkey King guy, the Grandmaster tier, etc. But they use this, and we've seen a couple teams in the past use this versus the Undying.
Yeah, and it was Yamich that played it, right?
So. Yeah, Yamich played it. So, I mean, they're keeping it flexible and maybe having that answer also, too.
5 seconds remaining.
We'll start to see the bans come through. I think both picks on Secret here are nice in the fact that they are both flexible, right? Like we talked about. We kind of move these around. BB, I would say it's fairly straightforward. Yes, they could move the Enchantress offlane here for pure. But Enchantress into, like, if they move this, like, Batrider to just, like, a 5 or something, it could be pretty rough to deal with.
It's one of the best heroes versus Edge. Yeah, it always has kind of been one of the better kill threaders.
So, we'll see. They ban out the Terrorblade. Very good core matchup into the Monkey King in general. So, that's kind of nice. But we'll start to see what they want to do here. I'm just so excited to see what BB come up with, because their drafts have been so sick this whole tournament. Like, they've been playing a ton of heroes. It'd be cool to see the teams with like the most hero variety, because I feel like BB has to be up there.
Yeah, probably. I mean, they even busted out like Oracles, Axe. I think we've seen like different offlaners almost every game. I feel like for Pure, but he does play something different every single one of these times. So. A lot of Snapfire. I think that's like the one thing that they've played a lot of. Snap and Legion, I think, have been the most abundant inside of their drafts, and maybe some bat supports. But yeah, definitely flexible.
Yeah, Snap right now, second most contested, or second most picked. It's actually Rubik still. That's the most picked hero of the tournament, but she's still boasting a 52% win rate. Batrider actually crushing it. What in the world?
10 seconds remaining.
I don't have my stat.
He's 34 picks, third most picked. It's almost a 65% win rate.
I mean, we can definitely understand a bit of that, right? After we get to see some of these 4 positions, how much they get. It's actually absurd how
they farm like crazy.
Yeah, they get like these Blink Dagger drums at like 14 minutes. It's like it's literally core timings. So, yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, the game Yamich played where the Batrider was just literally out farming all of the cores. That was cool.
Yamich or Antares maybe was?
Oh, Antares. Yeah, I meant Antares.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said Yamich. Yeah, Antares did it, right? It's just like, yeah, he had, boots, windlace, blink, drums, and he was, it was like 15 and a half, 16 minutes into the game?
10 seconds.
Yeah, they're banning the Void. This Batrider still potentially, I mean, this opens up the flex more, right? This is like, if we want to run it as FBZ, which they have, and honestly, FBZ carried that game that he played Batrider, if I remember correctly. And I think that was versus, what was it, versus like the Monkey King pick? Oh yeah, this was a brutal game. This was the Execration Monkey King one. But anyway, yeah, they can keep it open because of that Void ban time dilation. Both teams really hiding it quite a lot here.
Yeah. I think, like, the bans, they make sense for the Batrider, but they also make sense for the Monkey King core, right? Like, both of these bans address, like, counters for both these heroes.
True. Yeah, very, very true.
And so it's kind of cool.
Yeah. We'll see the
Blood. They just kind of play, flex them based on what they see from BB here.
5 seconds remaining.
Both sides there might be some weird flexing that goes on even toward the end here. It's going to be tough to maybe see who's playing what, and then what we see.
Timbersaw Bloodseeker removed. I mean, the Timbersaw is just that hero is just so strong. I'm surprised we haven't been seeing it more, but I guess it's just almost always banned.
Yeah.
That does kind of make me feel like they're. I mean, nah, it's just Chrysalis. They're just banning the Bloodseeker against Chrysalis. Okay.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking maybe that too, but it could also be to protect stuff as well. Like this Bloodseeker is very good versus a lot of these popular, Darkseers.
Yeah. That's what I was wondering. Is like, is this a preemptive ban here for Darkseer or what? They actually just get rid of the Morphling. Okay. Hero we saw like kind of be feast or famine in the last series, but because he was doing pretty well in game 1, right? It's just the rest of the game was kind of a disaster. Game 2, we kind of just saw a completely different side of EG. So maybe Morph is still pretty viable as like a non-Ags builder, right? Like that,
yeah.
That Falcon Blade, Treads, Dragon Lance, Butterfly, like it did work.
I mean, when there's the super Morphling players, I think there's a few that really always do stand out. Nightfall and Pakaz are two of the biggest ones for me. Like, these guys just make super flashy plays on it, so. Lots of carry bans. Very Nightfall. Okay, it happens when there's 2 supports already showing, of course, but.
Both teams went through a lot of support time, reserve time in this phase 2, right? Like,
it happens when there's so much
20 seconds.
It happens when there's so much flex, right? Both teams are just thinking about like what they want to do with these potential flex heroes and protecting the further picks rather than anything, maybe anything super in particular right now that they're worried. And yeah, AM ban, instant Dusa, Undying Medusa. Tough to pose much threat onto this one.
Darkseer is available, so you could just move this Batrider support. Monkey King is not one of the worst carry matchups into the Medusa, I would say, right? Like, I feel like it's okay.
It's okay, yeah.
But you could respond with like Dusa, a aggressive position 4 if they really wanted, or just move Monkey to 4, right? Just go Monkey King and Darkseer offlane.
I think that's probably what they'll do. There's always going to be this Enchantress to steal the illusions and stuff like that, but we're just seeing more and more Darkseer. This hero does seem to be one of the better attempts to be able to not you play the lane but not really because you're playing versus Undying, so you just end up like getting that itemization, then you cut waves and stuff since they can't really chase you with a Medusa plus Undying.
It's a really good PL game for Secret if they can get it at the last phase. Right now there's a lot of heroes that you could still pick on BB, but say you move Monkey King to, it's like you have to wait till like the 23rd pick. There's no way you can pick it here.
No, they'll just counter it still.
If it squeaks through, it might not be bad.
Dire team pick.
But yeah, you have like Beastmaster,
That's
you have
nice.
Lesh, you have Ember. There's all sorts of things.
Okay,
Shadow,
so
do double downing. That's cool.
Yeah, they've kind of revealed now which one it's going to be, like where this Monkey King is going to be, right? With this Batrider pick, unless they do flex this even more now to mid. But
yeah, let's say, what about Batrider moving mid?
Yeah, I guess it still is a possibility here. You'll have to show it though. That's the one thing on Secret. You have to show your entirety of how you're going to be laning on the last pick. SD versus Dusa, another really, really strong pick versus Dusa. So multiple illusions. These are very frustrating to play.
I mean, we've seen Medusas just lose late game to Shadow Demon alone. Like, you just disrupt, do the inverse fatal bonds. I can never remember the name of that ability now because it keeps changing.
Disseminate, yeah. They're gonna.
Thank you.
So what they do now with this is now it's just the overwhelming summons because these supports Shadow Demon in particular hates to play versus this, and it's the scouting. I think that's the biggest thing that we've seen. It kind of always from Lycan is just how much information you can get from these wolves. Finding the Shadow Demon, killing him off before the fight starts, then the Dusa kind of just gets the free initiations and stuff like that. This is another hero that is an insane win rate. I think it was like 70% or something like that when I glanced yesterday.
I can check. But who was it that played the Lycan the other day that went the Summon Wolves talent and got the Necro book or whatever?
That was Miero.
Yeah, and dude, the amount of vision he got, he was just splitting his 5 wolves across the map. He had his shard, of course, plus the Book of Dark, or what is that thing called?
Book of the Dead.
Book of the Dead, thank you.
Yeah.
So like the 2 sets of Necro minions as well. It was just like he had so much info going to his team the whole time. It was awesome.
I really thought that game he was going to take the reduction down because he was versus a Tiny and Terrorblade, which is probably the 2 highest base damage kind of heroes besides Universals. But Either way, it ended up working for him. Yeah, these wolves are really strong, so I do like this pick.
Update on the Lycan win rate, 78.5.
Across what, like 20 games or something?
14. Yeah, 14 games. It's 11-3 right now.
That's insanely high.
Quap Queen of Pain banned. Quap Queen of Pain. Quap and Puck will be banned.
I was
they,
like,
go, they go to the Ember Spirit as well. I mean, this one makes sense. We kind of thought Ember Spirit. Actually, with Ember being banned, you could potentially go for the Phantom Lancer, but you have a Lycan issue.
I'm just unsure about picking a PL like this.
Yeah.
Because the Lycan.
It's like you might just leave the Medusa to be addressed by the Shadow Demon Darkseer.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, there is like very limited catch though when you look at it too. There's not really much stun at all. I mean, 0 on BB in fact. Like literally 0 stun.
Yeah. Storm's banned, Ember's banned, Puck Quap. What is another elusive mid hero? Am I missing one?
Oh, they go back for their shaker. I mean, okay. They seem to really like this, so.
I mean, Armel absolutely dunked last time on this hero. It was so sick.
Okay, I mean, this is... But he doesn't see his matchup.
10 seconds.
I mean, he's just
I
confident.
mean, you just get
but...
what? I mean, you can't Shadow Fiend, I guess, into this. But
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, the Quap ban, that's a really good one now seeing this.
TA? I mean, I don't know if you want to TA Dusa, but that lane sounds miserable for a shaker, but...
Wind Ranger, maybe?
Okay, they'll tiny it up.
Okay. It's a little bit more straightforward.
Yep. I don't think I've seen a Tiny versus Earthshaker matchup. It sounds like Shaker does pretty good.
We will probably be seeing the Chrysalis Monkey King.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Like we said, it's not the worst matchup into Medusa. You can honestly go for a Diffusal eventually if you really want one as well. But
okay. I mean, they...
for the most part, pretty good.
I mean, BB desperately needed a stun. So they're like, we
Yeah.
need to find GPK here that can actually make plays around the map, because they were pretty limited for that at the moment. We'll finish it up with a Tiny. Secret. Seems like they got what they wanted. They do have the answer.
Yeah.
Like, they do have some answers to the Dusa, but is it enough? I don't know. BB, they're special when they play this Dusa. I feel like Nightfall never dies.
Dude, Armelk has a lot of echo potential this game. You said it yourself. Like, they go in mass summons. They've got a lot to play around. And now you have an Earthshaker core who's going to have a real good timing on his Blink Dagger. I don't feel like it struggles too much into the tiny mid. Like, he's going to secure his last hits. He has Enchant Totem. Should be, not too difficult. No one to steal Fissure this time around. So an even easier game for him. I mean, I'm
hyped to just watch a Shaker. It's risky, but I'm hyped to see it.
Yeah, it is. I'm kind of on this train of like I like underdogs, so I kind of like the Secrets draft a little bit more anyway. But it's hard. It's a hard opponent up against BB team here. So
yeah, and BB's got good ways of getting information and getting to backline. That's what I see from the Lycan plus the Tiny. They're the ones to address the Shadow Demon. Same thing for Ench, just sending creeps on him and stuff like that too to set up this Medusa to just stand her ground. This should be fun. I'm looking forward to this. I'd like to see if Earthshaker ends up working. I think it's worked every time that I've seen this tournament so far.
Yeah. I just want an exciting game, and I think we're going to get one. So for those of you just tuning in, it is Secret versus BB team here, and pretty cool drafts as we've got, once again, Armel on the mid shaker. Sure to be an interesting one.
Yeah. I would say that Secret are in quite a bit of a timer. I think that they have to play pretty aggressively to be able to get and stay ahead of this Medusa and stuff like that, because there's definitely crazy potential for BB in later stages of the game. If GPK even has a good game, we've got Wolfbite, Tiny too, like let's say. So there's some crazy kind of stuff that can eventually get there. And this Dusa is, I mean, it's a Nightfall Medusa, so.
Yeah, it's good. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Versus
I kind of forgot about
mana
Wolfbite
burn.
Tiny.
Yeah, Wolfbite. I mean, it's potential for super leaking or something like that. But yeah, there's no mana burn is the one thing I do see from Secret. Yes, they have the walls and the illusions and stuff from that from the SD to be pesky, but there's going to be save. There's going to be this Enchantress stealing some of them inside the mid game. Let's see how these lanes go down too.
There is no mana burn for sure, but how do you feel about like Monkey King building a Diffusal like third item or something, like into like Disperser?
I kind of wouldn't mind like an early itemization from him, some Echo Saber plus Diffuse, something like that if he wants to go down that route.
It's like that's the option, right? You could potentially go the Echo Saber build into Diffuse, or you go full farming into like Battle Fury or something. But but we'll see.
Okay.
Let's grab there on the runes from both teams.
I'm just unsure about Battle Fury. I feel like that just you're giving the Deuce too much time. That's the only thing, but maybe I'm a bit of a wrong read on that one. We'll have to see. Secret starting is 3 right now. Gonna secure Crystal's lane right off the bat.
This is a really, really good play if they can take him down. Of course, can't TP his Boundless Strike's available.
He's
Blood
got the
Grenade
heal.
comes out. Save goes for the heal. A nice pushback. There's the Boundless Strike. And first blood for the Bat Rider.
All right, well, that's going to set up Yamich for some nice success. We saw how much these bats are able to farm. And FBZ, he is going to get every single creep deny. Nope, he gets 1. Okay. Nightfall does get 3 of those denies.
Dude, he's just going to have a... He has boots on Bat Rider. Like, they're just already on the way.
That is very, very nice versus Undying.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to have...
Undying's fairly quick, but you're not even close to the Bat Rider now.
No, Bat's like, what, 330 base now? So, yeah. He's going to have,
So
like, a solid
ridiculous.
70 movement speed over him. And Medusa, he's going to have 100 move speed over this Dusa, so that could be pretty cool.
Didn't Bat Rider used to be like 285 at one point or something?
They massively buffed.
FBZ, it just died. Like, he just didn't respect the Mystic Snake bounce and the amount of damage from these decays, and FBZ going down. That is a massive loss in this lane.
Yeah, and he has... Well, he gets hit, what, triple decay, so he's down to like 400 HP rather than like some 600 HP. Bottom is going great, though. This is the lane that should go quite well for Secret, I would imagine, with the Monkey King versus this Lycan. The Enchantress maybe can be a bit of an X factor there, but I'd imagine Chrysalis has a pretty good time down here. It's a battle of denies.
He like really wants this Undying Courier. Sees it a few different times here, but we'll just end up pulling the wave, so he's chilling.
He's expended a lot of mana on Yamich. He's going to get the stick charges, of course, from the Undying here, but...
Level 2 holding the point for now.
You always
nice
know.
wave drag.
Oh, he actually takes sticky. That is rare.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a lot of damage here. The slow's enough, and Toronto Tokyo will fall. They've got to clean up the tombstone. Yamich taking way too much damage. He's taking the creep wave as well, but
he lives.
Will survive thanks to the stick.
Hot
Nicely
stuff.
done.
I mean, very cool.
And bottom lane, they get the kill like you were talking about. A rough lane here for the side of BB, and Boundless Strike comes through to give Chrysalis another round of Jingu.
Nicely done. And Yamich, he's actually just going to, looks like perhaps suicide here, just to be able to reset, get back to that top lane faster. So,
I like that.
very cool. Mid playing versus the melee. Armel, he's having that advantage at the moment, 9 and 8 versus the 7-5. This is going to be, I feel like, some like maybe low last hits in mid, just both prioritizing so much on denies.
Yeah, actually they are. That's funny.
Both playing around tree grab, one playing around enchant totem.
Ooh, he has a fort. Yeah, nice fort on
Nice
the wave
fort.
there. Otherwise, you just get tossed, take like 4 or 5 tower shots. So good plays from Armel. Ooh, he has to be very key. He almost gets tossed again, going for the deny. All right. Bottom lane, Chrysalis is absolute free farm for the most part. He is 18 and 5. He is looking very good.
Yeah, they set this one up for success. The first blood, plus he's playing versus Lycan, so yeah, very, very nice for him right now. Same time, though, yeah, Nightfall is same thing, up, and he's getting what? Pretty much same exact deny, so.
Yeah, he had like a double wave, meet him at his tower, and just farmed the whole thing.
There's a little bit low on mana. Yamich trying
He
to
only
go
has
for
2
this.
stick charges, actually. He might just solo kill Nightfall.
I think he just might.
Pops the stick. It's not enough. Does he bother throwing the blood grenade? He's just holding it. Yeah, we'll throw it now. That is
Damn.
huge. And he might find Medusa's courier here with the boots.
He just, I think he is, yeah, he is.
Oh,
yeah,
that is
bitch.
rough.
What godly movements.
Dude, no. I mean, you said he has 100 move speed on the Medusa, and you just don't have boots now for another minute and a half almost.
Super cool. And he's even going to take away the bounty rune, too, from GPK, so GPK can't get for that refill. And they did double-check the water rune, so Puppy... Or, sorry. Yeah, Puppy had checked it earlier. Sorry about that, yeah. So they... Yeah, GPK no fill up. Armel is going to be full mana with a water rune. He should pull ahead now by a decent margin. Already leading that mid lane anyway.
Yeah, GBK
And Nightfall
being out
again.
of mana is rough. Oh, you're right. Nightfall in a lot of trouble. They have Vacuum still, and Yamich will just run him down. This is the worst case scenario for this Medusa lane, but actually holding his ground for the moment. He took a
He's
ton of
okay.
damage under the tower. No blood grenade this time.
Ooh, no blood grenade. It's only level 1 Firefly because, you know, he did have to go with this skill build. He actually ends up tanking and surviving it. Wow. It looked like he was going to drop. He just stopped taking damage completely.
Wow. Did maybe the Ion Shell expired? I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Yeah, that is big. I mean, blood grenade would have secured the kill. I'm almost positive. Like, that would have been the deal breaker there, but...
I mean, Nightfall either way. He's still under pressure. His courier's dead. He's low mana. He's scared to walk up here when the spat respawns.
He's walking so far. Yeah, look at Puppy as well. What's a nice aggressive ward here behind the tower, looking for anything, and it might just be Toronto Tokyo's Undying. They're even bringing in Chrysalis. Okay.
They'll clean up the tomb, and they'll probably clean him up as well.
Yeah, there's no way they're letting him get away. Meanwhile, Nightfall walking all the way to the base. They'll give the kill on over to the Monkey King, and he will just go right back top, or I guess bot top to the Twin Gate.
Super nice early game here. First 6 minutes looking crisp here from Secret. Armel is 6. Power Rune's about to be up 2. Will he get the luck? GPK will get some.
Chris is taking a ton of damage. Get Enchanted, losing those Jingu stacks. As Puppy will help clean up the creeps.
And he's alright.
He makes it away.
Alright, Secret. Really nice. Really nice moves. Good ways to slow down Nightfall. And he's slowed down, but still top 2 net worth. He's got treads after he gets that little bit of a cleanup kill.
Radiant's bottom tower.
I like what they're doing. This is cool.
They're watching the Twin Gates a little bit more here. I see Safe has put a ward down on top of it too. Trying to watch for these movements around. And Armel, he's got a full level advantage. Well, there's some creeps coming in, but almost a full level advantage over GPK because of these denies. Moves coming down.
It's kind of funny how high level Toronto Tokyo's Undying is because they had to zone Nightfall out for like 3 waves. So he got like, he's like only a level 4.
Puppy gets the deny?
What? Alright, I didn't see that coming.
And he stood like as close as possible to it and is actually just secure that. Wisdom Runes, looks like it should just be a 1-for-1 exchange.
Very important for Yamich to get that one. He needs the XP. It's in his second point of the Firefly, and now infinitely scarier.
Yep. He has been making these aggressive moves. That does mean, though, that there's no stacks, right, for the side of Secret. Yeah. So that's the one thing, I guess, the trade-off we do see from some of these Bat Riders, where instead of playing so aggressively, they just rely on going back and just quad stacking, 5 stacking, 6 stacking. So maybe see some reflect of that onto Yamich.
So it's just something really funny happened bottom. I'll bring it up in a second. But top lane, Wall comes out. FBZ just gets the Medusa illusion. Might just try and put some pressure onto the tower with this one, but Yamich just running after Toronto Tokyo here. Up to 3 stacks of the Napalm will finally come out with the Firefly. The Tombstone does get dropped, but with Armel here, a quick dunk from him. Almost find the kill. And Nightfall, he's far enough away, so 4 hero rotation top for the Undying. You need to get the tower out of this, right?
Yeah, you definitely do. In the meantime, Bemum, they're not reacting to it. So they're like, we're sacking the Undying. I saw GPK. He's just like, I'm playing for Power Rune and looking for a kill afterwards. He's on top of a ward, though. Instantly dewarded.
That Arcane is going to do some work, but it's a bait here as in comes the Wukong's command to jump in. The damage from Armel as well as just the chain stuns. Oh. The dunk just in case. He was afraid that Hurricane was going to get him out, but all right. A lot of spells committed for the Tiny. They keep the tier 1 mid alive, but they don't get the tier 1 top.
GPK is struggling for sure. I mean, Armel, his rotation works up top. GPK waits, gets a rune, ends up just dying because he's under vision. Crystallis, I love how active he's being, and he actually is just going to go straight to Fusel, not even an Echo Saber in between. So I like the way that they're playing. Okay. All about that early aggression to slow down this BB lineup. This is nice. And Puppy now is going to go back for stacks.
It is a really good defusal game.
Yeah. Even versus Tiny.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The inhibit will just allow you to chase down a lot of these heroes outside of Lycan and Shapeshift, but gives you a lot to work with. Yeah, Tiny Mana Burn is really rough to deal with. You just have nothing left. You're just a big rock. You take a lot of damage, but you can't do anything either.
Looks like Save just really wants to push forward for this mid tower. Now that especially the Echo Slam is on cooldown, they're really just trying to whittle it down here. FBZ trying to pressure up top. Pure's timing on his Dominator, it's still going to be pretty damn good. So it's going to be coming out any second now.
Yeah, he actually was super high on the last hits. Like, he's actually second on the last hits, 61 and 12. So his net worth looking really strong.
They're just playing like a little bit of a farm game here on BB. Like, look, the Enchantress save is just literally straight up jungling. Nightfall is just farming jungle camps up here.
Save like farms a camp, brings a creep mid. It's just been rinse and repeat for him. He's trying so hard to get this tower.
And he's gotten almost all of it, really. It's doing its job. And they're now ensuring that GPK is getting a secondary power rune. First one didn't work out, but they're just chilling back and farming. Secret still trying to pressure. They'll find Nightfall for a second here, but he's more than fine.
Yeah, Mitch is just having some fun top with Nightfall. Walks up, steals his creep, walks away. They get the mid tower finally.
But FPZ does get the other tower up top too.
Yeah. Join Crimson Guard. I mean, against the summon army that you have of BB plus the Medusa, I mean, it's a fantastic Crimson Guard game.
Super nice. So I guess that's the other one that we get. It depends on the games, depending on if you're playing like versus mass physical or mass magical, the Pipe or the Crimson. Usually we see first before mech now.
Has Blink. What? No!
What?
Hilarious.
He didn't have that. The timing on that is so unlucky.
Was that him farming or was that him predicting?
He was avatossing the wave to walk away, and it just happened to be the exact frame that the Earthshaker blinked in. That is absolutely nuts.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, why not?
I mean,
that's one way to kill an edge.
He really wants to secure these kills, I guess. And they are looking for Nightfall up top. They've got the wall now. Yamich still no lasso.
No lasso, but on the creep wave.
He's about to get it.
Yeah, there it is. That is a super dead Medusa. Wait a minute. A lot of mana back there. But they actually just canceled the TPs. They're like, all right, Nightfall's dead. They thought he was as dead as we thought.
Ooh, maybe he's telling his team. He's like, guys, I was fine. Oh, just kidding. Pure's coming in to try to get some cleanup. FBZ Surge on cooldown 2 seconds. Save is here with the Dispel. He's just going to TP.
Yeah,
that's up.
Vanguard plus Helm, super tanky.
And he definitely knows that there's only one stun on BB. It's only the Tiny, and that's going to continue for the whole game. Unless there's an Enchantress creep, or I guess a Lycan summon. Secret. Really nice aggressive moves continuing to show. And Armel, I guess he's feeling like the game state, BB's not making any aggressive moves. He can do these type of Echo Slams just on like an Enchantress to get that money. They're not punishing that Echo being down.
Yeah. It's... The rotation of like Pure to top lane under the Shapeshift, I feel like just cost them so much time.
Yeah, costed them time, and they're all just TPing out right in front of their faces, and now Crystallis, the Diffusal's done, so he can look to get even more involved as well, too. This is very, very nice early game.
Back for the Echo. So he is gonna... Yeah, I mean, you feel you have to have Echo on Monkey King, right? It's just too good.
I don't want to see
Eventually, the Harpoon is solid.
Yeah, I don't think this is a farming game for Secret. This is like... They want to be the ones pressuring a little bit more, so... You can definitely understand why he wants to go down these early item builds. And the Crimson Guard's done, too, for FPZ, so... Some nice timings coming in for them. Echo's going to be up in 20 seconds also. BB can't make aggressive moves. You want to just play around
mid, or what's your next objective here if you're Secret?
They have blinks. I think you just make a rotation on the Yamich and look for a pickoff. I think you just keep hunting this Dusa.
14-minute Wisdom is coming, and they're smoking kind of towards that direction. That would be a great find.
Oh, they're even scanning, maybe perhaps expecting the Dusa to be there in the triangle. They might still look for her.
They're going to go all the way around. They're going all the way around. They know, yeah, they're pinging. They're like, this is the spot we want to go.
I mean, look
Worst
at
case scenario, they get the...
Look at his mana.
Rune. Dude, he lost all of his mana on this Ancient Camp. Oh,
and he's just a free kill.
That's a blink. Yo, that's a blink. What? Just Brown Boots blink.
Yamich, Yamich, Yamich. Love it.
Okay. Well, free kill onto Medusa, and securing this tier 1 tower is a big win for them. And of course, now really hard to contest the Wisdom Rune.
GPK has blink. Armel's showing. Oh, the totem!
What is this? What is the timing on these things?
Secret's ready.
Echo, it's only a moment before that comes out. Wukong's command, the back wall. Okay. Armel with the tip back the other way. Dude. That has to be one of the most ridiculous things I've seen happen in a game ever.
First the Tiny, then the Shaker. He's tanky though. 1800 HP. He's got the backup too. Secret. This macro game is phenomenal. They absolutely have baited BB now, I think, 2 or 3 times, and they're perfectly set up. Armel's Echo's all working. This Earthshaker has yet to lose. 100% win rate at this tournament. Armel showing why he wants to play it. 6K lead.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh my goodness. I'm just like, I can't believe. I was like, oh, it happened once, probably won't happen. It instantly happens again on the next blink reveal. That is just so funny. Oh my goodness.
I love this build.
So does a game.
I love that he didn't go for like drums or anything in between this time. Just straight blink. Yamich definitely being that big difference to him and Armel. Just doing so much work in this early game. 14 minutes, they have this type of lead. Maybe now Crystallis is like, damn, maybe I could have gone farm item, but either way, I mean, this is going to be very good with what he's playing against anyway. And for BB, it's just, I mean, farm and recover until some type of timing, but that was your blink reveal and you get decimated. So GPK, he's like, all right, I got to queue up Midas. This game's a problem.
Yeah, actually. Oh, yeah, I mean, you have to scale late now, right? You're playing to be another core because your Medusa is countered.
Your Medusa's countered by the DS, the SD, and the Monkey King itemization at this point, and she's been killed now, what, 3 times?
That has 99 CS. I
This is
mean, it
beautiful.
seems like a decent amount, but not if you're a Medusa.
No, I mean, Monkey King has 120. Medusa usually wants to have, like, and 10 CS a minute is the ideal, is the top ideal kind of thing, but I mean, they're just hunting him. This is incredible here by Secret. This is the best. Actually, you know, I've seen most of their early games kind of go like this. It's about what they do in the mid game afterwards, how they continue applying that pressure. That's been a bit of Secret's downfall, but this has been flawless, and they're not slowing down. I see them passing off smokes. Lasso's back up.
20 seconds to echo.
They see Tokyo. They don't want this kill. They're going for the wraparound.
I mean, this is so sick. If they can get a deep ward behind the mid tower here, which looks like what they're aiming for, or just right onto the high ground. Surge
They see
on in.
Nightfall.
They'll see. Yes, they do. Target spotted. In comes Yamich. The immediate wall to come out as well. He is out of mana. Even catches him with the blood grenade. A boundless strike for good measure. And Nightfall. Easy pick up there.
Nice last hit
Toronto
there for
Tokyo
Crystallis.
just fails. He's like, I'm out, dude. You're dead. Sorry.
Yeah. There's no way to... I mean, at this point, I mean, Nightfall, he's a squishy.
Yeah.
This Bat Rider is a total menace on him every single time so far. And look
Puppy.
at this. Puppy's found top.
He's found Pure. Does have the disruption to buy some space as Armel comes in. He's got the Echo once again. And Pure actually almost gets away, but not. GPK will clean up there on the Puppy. And another Enchant Totem into a Fissure. Out of mana, out of life. Double kill for Crystallis. It is all Secret right now. They are looking so damn good.
The shot calling is gorgeous. I mean, they're
They
taking
got
Puppy,
Toronto Tokyo
so...
mid, maybe? Oh, Yamich? Okay, he's going to burn out. A little bit too far from him. Good TP in from Save.
That's a pretty big kill. I mean, Save is transitioning a bit here. Can't ever disregard these Enchantresses. He is almost the same net worth as Bat Rider, but... I mean, Secrets, whoever's making these calls, I mean, Puppy, very likely, but the macro game so far, it's been beautiful. Like, they're covering each other's bases so nicely. Everyone's... It just feels like they're always there. Because they always have the numbers. For BB, they do have the Medusa now having the Manta style. But it still is...
farm really well.
It feels like it's just... I feel like that's all that's happening, though. It's just them farming, farming, farming. Maybe with this timing on the Helm of the Overlord, perhaps they can think about doing something, but... Secret's just playing too quick around the map. Echo Slam's on cooldown, but they have, I mean, Wukong's and everything to cover if a fight kicks off.
His Ags is done.
Armel.
So,
what a boss.
Into the Silver Edge is his next item. Just going to start, you know, see if he can grab a 250 gold creep in the mid lane. You can't run away. Oh, okay, he's just going to let go. I was like, you can't really run away from the Shakers and Enchant Totem, but I guess they still have that tier 1 mid, so.
He doesn't want to get baited going for it. Bruno spawn top.
That's a reason. That's a great rune if he can get it. But
Secret's got another smoke. They can look to fight. I mean, they're so much stronger at the moment than BB. I feel like this is what they want to do here. No Echo Slam, but either way.
beautiful line draw. They're going straighter the wraparound into the top rune. And they'll scout the Medusa Manta, so they know she's near, at least somewhat nearby.
They need to keep hunting, though, on Secret, because
they see the Firefly.
That gold lead's stuck at 5k for this entirety of the game, pretty much.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, they scouted the Firefly with the ward. They know something's up here, and they are Delta splitting. Good dodge here off of BB here.
Ooh, might still find Pure. Mel? Oh, he stops the chase. Now do they swing it? Okay.
Interesting that they all portal to the bot.
Yeah, they're getting split up quite a bit here on the map. I'm watching BB I'm watching Save using his creeps to farm, even farming enemy Ancients, Dusa as well too. So, I mean, BB they're slowing the pace of the game down.
Oh, absolutely. That gold lead has plateaued completely.
GPK's got his Midas. Oh, they're looking to take it late.
Yeah, they've got to find some big connections here. I mean, Roshan would be really nice, but you don't have the best Roche lineup at the moment. Like, there's no Solar Crests.
No
Chrysalis
auras.
obviously goes for this, like, Echo, Diffuse build.
Yeah. And I think for them, it's just a hunt. Like, hunt them as much as possible.
Yeah.
If you get a good wipe, then you can go for that. Just Roche. See if they can get any picks. They don't have any vision here. Armel leading the charge. Immediately, BB walks away.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
I'm just, like, summons on one lane, summons on top lane. I imagine it's going to be a shard picked up maybe soon for Pure, if he wants to. They're actually smoking up, perhaps looking to catch something. They're splitting Secret up a bit. But Secret's not falling for it. Or they're trying to split Secret up.
Dude, Save has not left this area of the map. He has just been sitting here the whole time farming.
Getting quite a lot of value out of it, too. Because he is, like, putting some pressure onto the top wave, too. And Secret, they continue to just run around his 5. Trying to find these picks. From 5k down to 4k.
Where are we at on Darkseer's items? So Crimson Guard as well as the Guardian Greaves are done. Picking up the Aghanim Scepter right away as opposed to going things like the Blink Dagger.
Okay.
But
And
FBZ is potentially in a lot of danger here. And there's the Avalanche. The toss does have the to drop the wall. Gets a lot of health back. A nice boundless strike. Okay, the Impetus grabs him. Toronto Tokyo not be able to get out of this one. Chase forward from Armel. Gets the Fissure onto the Tiny. As you cannot outrun the Shaker. Nice toss Blink. Okay, maybe you can if you've got good movement there from GPK. That was sick.
I mean, they get in, they drop everything, and I think as soon as they see any type of reaction, they're instantly everybody's out. Like, they're like, okay, we got what we came for. That's a big move. I mean, BB, they're pulling Secret all over the map, and they're getting this farm.
A lot of space for Dusa.
Yep. I think Save did it. Did he end up doing the most damage? I don't know. He did a ton. He got like 7 or 8 impetus.
Almost, yeah, second most. Top was Tiny, then the Enchantress. Yeah, 4 points impetus with Dragonlance Grove Bow. Enchantress scales.
And Pure, he almost has a nullifier now at Nightfall. He's got, I think, the Eagle Song pretty much done. They're starting to get some pretty big items. Like, that Darkseer is going to look a lot more fragile when that nullifier comes out.
Oh, yeah.
And down to 3k. Secret. BB's starting to get more out of the map.
And we are not far away from this butterfly on the Medusa. It is done.
Wait, does he have it?
Oh, wait, no. That's just
oh, okay. Yeah,
I thought he had the rest on his courier.
Okay.
I was like, whoa.
I thought he only had the Eagle Song. Actually, I told him.
Not that far. But it's a very good butterfly game. We talked about this with the Morphling versus Darkseer matchups, right? The wall, doesn't do as much damage into the Medusa. It does make the illusions a little bit tankier, so it's kind of a little bit of a double-edged sword. But you can take one back, at least, with the Enchantress.
Yeah, exactly. And it's gonna cause issues for Crystal's itemization, because he's got BKB, he's got all these early items, but now it's like, he will need to probably itemize an MKB next, which could take some time, so... And BB, they are trickling really back into this game. Gold lead is almost non-existent now.
They're finally going to start putting some pressure on the tier 2 themselves as Chrysalis and Armel get some damage done. There's going to be the fortification. As Yamich comes back, he's looking for a lasso onto GPK, gets the pushback. Nice avalanche. The Enchantress is here, and they are too afraid to go for anything else.
They want to chase, though.
Maybe
like,
you could
they really want to try to catch something, because they're getting toyed with. Like, they're getting split around the map constantly, and you were mentioning, like, their push and their objective taking, it's quite lackluster. BB have just better ways to take towers and better ways to cut constantly with these summons and everything that they've been doing.
This feels so bad. They have found nothing in so long. Like, they brought 4 heroes to the top lane, don't even get a support, and meanwhile, BB back off. They farm up on the Medusa. They're going to grab their Tormentor now.
I feel like
Did they lose their Wisdom Rune as well? Okay, no, they got it.
No, they got it. BB is probably starting to be pretty content about all this. Yeah, sure, Nightfall's not at the top by any means, and he does have to worry about some of these counters and stuff like that, but the recovery has almost completely been made now at this point.
This could be it. Yamich looking for a lasso opening, but they just backed off completely. They're reading this so well.
Yeah,
on
perfect.
bbteam.
They really are. I mean, they're just avoiding them perfectly here. Secret's trying to find something.
Okay, they might get the wraparound jump in here from Chrysalis. Does find Pure. Wukong's command into the Boundless Strike. The pike damage from Save, my gosh. Almost managing to do it all. Pure ends up just continuing to walk. Toronto Tokyo still surviving on the backside. Drops a tombstone, but they gotta find his Lycan at least, right? He's gotta go down. Eventually he does, but kind of sloppy here from Secret. They don't find... you don't get either of the supports. You drop Echo, Wukong's command, like.
And the lanes immediately start getting cut. I just see a Helm creep walking down, Wolves, etc., Enchantress creep, so... Can they get anything else out of this? Is the question now here for Secret.
Enchantress did almost 3k damage.
And look at bottom wave. There's a Helm of the Overlord creep, cutting everything down there. Mid's cut as well, too.
Yeah. I mean, this is just great recognition of the game here from BB. They're just not giving it. They're just not giving Secret anything for free. Like everything is costing them a lot.
And it's 18-6, and the gold lead. It's going into BB's favor pretty soon. More and more time for this Dusa. Like Secret, it's like the Roche forcing is not easy for them. For BB, they actually have the lineup that can do the Roche infinitely easier. They could just sneak it, in fact, with Undying, with Lycan versus Dusa. Like, and they actually perhaps are even setting up. I see Secret coming up here to respawn.
Oh, Toronto Tokyo gets found on the side. GPK with a toss. I mean, they have so much to play with. Puppy's trying to run. The Nullifier is out. He's dead. The lasso will grab Nightfall, but Yamich has to run. Armel running a little bit low on resources. There's no Echo. You still have the wall, however, on FBZ. There's the Nullifier, though. And Monkey King goes in with a BKB, trying to chase down the Undying. Should be able to grab him. Needs one more attack.
He's alive.
He gets away. He actually survives. And now Earthshaker's in the middle. A nice back wall here from FBZ. The Fissure to follow. Nightfall starting to lose a little bit of mana, but again, they just kite this one out. FBZ with another. Surge to survive.
Is that a wolf?
They're
on
not
Wait, what?
finding anything on Secret.
I didn't even know that could happen. He's a wolf on the tree. That looks really funny, but Secret gets nothing. Toronto Tokyo gets the tombstone down first. They get the lasso on Secret onto Nightfall, but he's tanky enough. Starting to see that fight from BB get together. Echo Slam still back up.
Fort staff.
So is Wukong. Yeah, I mean, he gets away with murder. That was Crystal's using BKB for him, too.
Yeah. Well, you do have Wukong's command, but no wall. You could at least fight the Roshan if required.
They have Wukong's and they have Echo. I mean, their Roche taking is still just not the greatest without a solar or any type of amplification. They're gonna go for it. Gotta get the D ward down too.
Yeah, it's like they need to deal with this ward.
And there is what? Stone Gaze 18 seconds, Shapeshift 18 seconds.
Holy.
BB looks to come up here because this is not dying super fast.
GPK has Axe.
Wait, what?
Tiny's online. Like, he actually just can deal damage now.
Oh god, and there's Pure queuing up Aghanims next too. I was waiting to see that. I mean, we could potentially have that.
I mean, he's just going to get a casual Chrysalis. It's just... The Tiny will be a legitimate damage threat eventually, so...
And Pure
We
somehow
saw
is
that
like
yesterday.
top net worth almost too. Just from his like split pushing and farming, split farm, take towers, cut creep waves and stuff, he's gotten an insane amount out of this map.
Cured. Will lose his creep here on over to Chrysalis. So, still at 250 gold, more going his way, but they do know he's bottom, so...
Secret's got everything back up here. Let's see what they look to make with the BKB. Chrysalis, perhaps this is going to allow him some blanket to finish up his MKB because he's definitely really going to need that. They need stuff to be able to address this Dusa still, even though they have natural answers with the wall and SDs and stuff like that. Secret actually making the aggressive move here. Everything available.
Yeah. It is going to be an MKB before the Harpoon on Chrysalis, it looks like. So,
Good.
Recognizing, like you were saying, he's going to have to itemize for this. They don't have the damage for... Like, you do have some damage for the Medusa, obviously, just because of Shadow Demon and Darkseer, but especially now that Darkseer has his Aghanim Scepter, so that normal punch giving you the extra illusion is always really good. But if you're able to trap this Medusa inside the Wukongs, you get a Nullifier eventually.
As long as they can keep her inside of it, which they do have. They do have ways to do it as long as they can get some clean initiations, and they do have heroes to clean initiate. So, all about execution at this point for Secret if they can get on this Deuce, and they still have to keep applying the pressure, especially with this Aegis.
Yeah,
They don't want to slow down the game. Yeah. True.
All right, mid-tier 2. They will finally claim their first one of the game. Being 30 minutes in it with the lead that Secret had early, it really felt like they were going to be able to control more of the map, but they're about to lose their Wisdom Rune.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, that's rough.
And GP, oh, that was close, FBZ. Nice try.
A nice TP. Good response, but... Get the Wisdom Rune back. But however, they're hunting. And
Oh,
it's
look
going to
at
be
Chrysalis,
Chrysalis manages to find Toronto Tokyo. And he just walks away with the boots bearing, but the lasso will come out onto the Lycan. The Echo gets dropped. The normal punch. That's a much better kill.
Worth it.
I mean, that's one way to deal with the Monkey King having this defusal. You just pop Boots of Bearing and run.
I think that's the second or third time I've seen him do it.
Yeah.
They'll just have to sack Pure. I mean, he does use Shapeshift, but it does cost 2 ults, but they're making a move again. I mean, Secret's still making the active moves. BB's just playing still pretty nicely about the way they're dancing.
Dude, I feel like the waves have always been on Secret's side of the map this whole game. Like, the Medusa's illusions are already down here. You've had, of course, Lycan and Enchantress constantly split pushing.
Hey, Pure is just cutting this top wave again here with his summons, and then Save is just farming this Ancient. I think the heat map probably shows him here for like at least 10 to 15 minutes of the game or something like that.
Undying is actually really farmed. What the heck?
Yeah. I mean, they're splitting up, right? They're playing the split game and the farm game. It's up to Secret to keep hunting.
Seal totem.
That'd be great to get him out. I think that is that BKB almost done? Looks like almost finished up for Nightfall. So looking for an answer perhaps versus the Monkey King and stuff like that, so he doesn't get his mana burn, but also just the control, so he can get out of these Wukongs and things. Chrysalis, looking for save.
Does he have the damage for this even? He has an MKB, but Save is kind of just dishing the damage back. The Howl's going to come through. Wait, Chrysalis, wait a minute.
Chrysalis?
You have an Aegis, I suppose. He's going to try and BKB his way through it? Does he die for this?
He dies and GPK's coming in.
He's alone. He's 100% alone.
He's 100% dead, right? Or is he going to be able to survive with Wukongs?
I mean, he needs to get the Jingu out ASAP, but he has no Boundless Strike. GPK has so much armor. He's trying to survive. The mana burn is there. There's the Guardian Greed to the back.
No way!
Oh my gosh, it works! FBZ to the save.
Oh my god, GPK literally ran out of mana when he's going for the toss on to save. Chrysalis actually does it.
Oh my
Holy
god.
Oh my god.
That was the highest risk but highest reward play. I mean, I was getting flashbacks to the Bloodseeker play where he just like died next to the tier with Aegis. I'm like, is this gonna happen again?
I mean, GPK held the toss. Oh. He had it, but he held it for some time and then ran out of mana. He doesn't get the toss to push him out of Wukong's, toss for the control or anything. Holy shit, Chrysalis.
That went from being such a disaster to somehow getting 3 kills, and Chrysalis so much experience in the process as well. He got an absurd amount of XP.
You said it yourself. I mean, highest risk, highest reward play I think we've ever seen. Oh my god.
He's 9-0 and 6 instead of 6-1 and 6. Oh my goodness. That is ridiculous.
Like, look at the net worth. That's where it explodes. It was like 2K for the boom.
Oh my lord.
That was so sick.
Oh, dude, FBZ, like max range Guardian Greaves as well.
Yeah, like every little thing.
Zooming in, like just hovering it, like, am I in range yet? Like,
that was so cool.
Oh my god. That's, okay, I mean, I know at the end of the day, we did the save of the day plays. That's it. There's no way it's not that one. That's the save of the day right there.
That's the save of the day. That's the kernel. That might be all of it here. If it's Secure Secret getting this win, for sure.
It really does change so much. Oh my goodness.
And now he's got Harpoon afterwards too. Level 20 talent. He's got his Boundless too. Secret. BKB on Yamage for these jumps. They're grouped up and ready. Everything's online. And Armel, he's got a DD for the next fight too, and almost a full AC.
That's nice.
I mean, that was so huge. They got so much because everybody else was farming on the map while this is happening, and then they just joined in. And Chrysalis. Oh my god.
I'm gonna think about that play for a while. That was so cool.
Drop down to like literally 100 HP or something like that.
Yeah, we'll focus on it again later in the highlights. I'm sure no matter what, that's gonna be in the reel. But BKB done on the Medusa, on the way to the Daedalus. The BKBs are done on your Bat Rider as well, though, so that's nice.
BKB Bat, AC Armel, so they've got quite a bit of growth that they got just after that little kind of, I'm going to call it mostly solo. I'll give FBC some credit for the Greaves and stuff, of course, but yeah, that was incredible.
You're going to find himself a little Arcane Rune there on the side. Puppey Demonic purges the Ancient creep. Okay.
All right.
Into the harpoon. Sometimes you just...
Value.
Neither of them got it, did they? I think it died to creeps.
I thought I saw Crystal.
Did Crystals get it? Okay.
Yeah, I
maybe
thought I
did.
saw him get it. Yeah. Pure's Overlord is going to be back up though, so he should be able to grab a creep once it respawns.
Radiant's bottom
Still a bottom lane issue, but Secret still they're hunting. They know that they're strong in these team fights at this point now. That boom, not weak in the team fights by any means, rallied around Nightfall, but definitely have to watch out. Crystal's has hit a big power spike here.
is under attack.
The other thing too is like Medusa. I don't know if she can show until Vac Wall's out, right? Like that's the scary part. If Medusa doesn't show, or if Medusa shows and they get the fight to start on her, it's just Vac Wall and your fight's probably over.
Yeah, then it's gonna have to be like saved, gets the illusion control, but there's two of them, of course, because the Darkseer has the Aghanims too, so definitely difficult for BB because there's so many different ways to initiate on Secret and ways to keep them inside of these ults.
This is kind of funny. The illusion meta here is very nice. Like Puppy walks up, steals one, and Chance walks up. She's like, "Oh, mine."
Surprised to see that Secret actually didn't still pick up a gem though. I'm just watching Wolves literally clicked on Puppy to scout him.
Yeah.
Or maybe feeling like not yet that they need it. They don't want to maybe. Oh no, sorry, Yamich has one. I'm so sorry. I just thought he was standing on it. But
oh, they've caught Puppy. Nice force staff away. He lives for the moment. Self-disrupted, but a huge back wall. It catches all 5. You're stuck in the Wukong's command. It is a disaster for Fetch Boom.
What?
Team Secret clean up in the best possible scenario, and Pure is on the run, but I don't think you're gonna get away, man. This Monkey King is hungry. Pure shapeshift for a few more seconds. A nice jump in from Armel. He just needs to tap him
It's
on
ending.
the Earth Shaker, and you got no movement speed left, son. Bonk.
Oh, I mean, Puppy with the masturbate there. He dies, but a 5-man wall. It could have. I was actually like, "Where's Armel?" He got stuck, I think, during his enchant totem, but they didn't even need Echo Slam. They got completely wombo comboed.
Yeah. I mean, 5 hero vac wall inside of Wukong's. And you're playing into like this diffusal where you literally can't get away. Oh my goodness, that was wild. Well, massive win here is they're now looking for the high ground, and Secret up 17,000 gold here over BB, and it is looking. This game might be coming to an end soon. Like,
It does feel like
where's BB gonna go from here?
Where's BB ever to take a fight? Right? They're able to split and farm, but that's just been about it from them this game.
Save. Really wants to take down the Batrider, almost gets him, but they will respect the respawns coming out from BB and back away. They have nothing. Actually, they still have Echo because he didn't use it.
Didn't have to use it.
But I mean, I guess Wall's back. He's got his 20 talent. I forget about this thing.
BB looking to fight because they're probably expecting Roche to be spawning soon.
I mean, you literally have everything up on Secret. And Puppy's breaking the smoke. He just knows. We'll get caught for the moment. Disruption, taking a ton of damage. GPK will be able to burst him down this time. Chrysalis up in the trees. We'll be able to jump away. They know he's here somewhere. And Nullifier is going to come out as it finds Armel. FBZ gets the back wall onto the Nightfall. You've got to deal with this Medusa illusions, but she's going to chase instead.
Puppy's buying out.
Yeah, he's going to try and TP back into this fight. Chrysalis on the backside. The Echo comes out. He gets the BKB on Nightfall, but he's losing mana and fast. And it's a boundless strike that comes through. Your Medusa burning to death here. A nice avalanche from GPK, but Yamich able to secure the kill. And now Tiny, GPK's got nowhere to go. He's trying to run away from Armel. He's got a blink up, actually. He's looking aggressive. He wants to go for Chrysalis instead. He got him with the tree volley. A great turnaround, but he's going to buy back instead. And now all 5 members of Secret are alive. You've got the numbers. Toronto Tokyo trying to run away here. He yoinks the gem, but
nope.
Chrysalis, there he is, TPing in back to that outpost. Cleaning them up. They get themselves the gem back, and a Roshan likely to just go their way as well.
Good buybacks. Nice fight. Chrysalis does end up going down. I think Save actually ends up doing like all that damage to him from the edge, but some buybacks come in to secure this Roche. I mean, Nightfall just continues to not look like a hero in this game. 2 and 6 and 0. He's just been fully answered. Damage. Yeah, he did no damage, and they fully addressed him, right? I think the lasso, I think they got a fissure, and then the full Wukong's right on top of him, even if he had BKB.
He BKB'd before the lasso, too, right? Like, all of the damage came out, like, there was no, like, a lot of it reduced, of course, but it was just oof.
Secret just playing these fights so nice. They have like triple ways to initiate, right? Or even quad in a way with the Darkseer. Earthshaker, Darkseer, Monkey King, Bat, they're all just in unison jumping on the target that they want to go for, and that's been Nightfall almost every time.
Alright, Armel. Into the base they go. No fortifications available for BB on cooldown for another 2.5 minutes. So, first lane of barracks goes down. The question of whether or not they want to kind of back for a moment, or if they're just going to keep the aggression, and it looks like
they're trying to catch on bottom. Look at this.
Oh, you're right.
In.
The bot's in. Yamich is looking, trying to find save. Does he guess correctly? He goes the wrong one. All right, nice dodge. They'll also TP out on Pure here.
Ooh. Barely gets out. Holy moly, Armel almost cuts him off. Nice swing. Secret knows, like, they can go for this mid, but they want to be sure to address the bottom lane because there's this tier 2 here.
Toronto, Tokyo. He went for the Wisdom Rune, but scouted by the Watcher. Gonna give his life for that one. And a free ward as well.
Super good game. Chrysalis has been everywhere. 11, 1, and 13. This Monkey King feels like he's turned up to every single one of the fights. Just, I'm very impressed with how Secret's moved around the map this game. Reacting it nicely. I mean, BB, they did do their split push kind of function, but everything exploded after that MK play. After Chrysalis does that solo play top.
Dude, Armel has Octarine Penta-edged.
After an AC Silver Edge.
Yeah, he's the most farmed hero by like a large margin.
Yep.
That is wild to me.
It's won every game. It's 4-0 in this tournament. It's looking like it's about to be 5-0. This has
been mostly mid too, hasn't it?
I think it's... Oh, I think it's been mostly... I think it's only been mid.
Dude, it's so satisfying just one-shotting a creep wave with Enchant Totem. Oh my goodness.
Boy's big. Yeah. And he's been... his choice of like solo echoing targets has been phenomenal this game, and then just little fissures and stuff. Keeping people in Wukongs, keeping people in wall. Been on point.
Quick Tormentor, Demonic Cleanse now online. I mean, an incredibly good shard.
I think for BB, it's feeling like some toss back to tier 4 kind of plays is your only hope. That might not even be close to enough. Secret have ways to pull you out of the base with this Bat Rider. Yamich surged, looking for a grab.
Ooh, he's hoping to find GPK there. That would have been a good one, but... Oh, GPK, nice read here onto Armel. He's gonna get the cheese off though, and a nice lasso. He's trying to fissure away. Hey, we'll get out with the Enchant Totem. But a nice Wukong command and a very Wait. Someone just repause, boys.
Someone DC'd, I think, or something. Something happened. Crash, yeah.
Oh, that is... I mean, I will say it's understandable with how much is happening in these fights, right? Wukong's command... You have the Medusa, you have the wall, like all this stuff is just causing the games to stutter.
It's also how breaks Dota.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's not nighttime.
It's on the same server tick, and it just, yeah.
Yeah, it's not nighttime, but either way, I mean, he's got like summons and stuff in all these waves, so just like, it's how is honestly one of the things that I feel like lags the game the most. But yeah, definitely dark. All these other Wukongs is probably the second most one. An unfortunate position for Toronto Tokyo. I mean, he's got Shard, he's got this Tombstone thing, but he's in the front lines, caught inside right next to his Medusa with Chrysalis. This is looking a little grim. Tiny's caught all the way into the front, too.
All right, here we go. We're back in. Tiny, like you said, in a rough spot. GPK trying to hobble away. It's saved by the Tombstone for the moment, but no way really out of that. Chrysalis sitting on the edge of his Wukong's command will end up surviving. Still has that Aegis to play with, but these illusions, the Medusa illusions are here. We'll finally clean one up on a fissure. It's caught the Lycan. They're going to be able to go on in here. And, oh, Force have to break the tree. Very nice. Monkey King stunned up for the moment. They're chasing after that. Dude, he's just so tanky. The Trickster's Cloak doing work. That evasion, keeping him alive.
I mean, Save is kind of holding the base by himself as this Enchantress with his fresh Aghanim.
He really is.
How many Sproinks was that? He actually did a good job holding them off, but Secret doesn't lose anything. Just having to use the cheese on Armel.
I mean, to be honest, you don't lose a tier 3 at all. You lose the Tiny, which is rough, but a solid defense trying to waste a little bit of time here on the Aegis. But I mean, I feel like Secret's just going to continue.
They're just going to go again. They've got everything up, right? Lasso, I believe, it's back up. So is the wall. Wukong's in 15. Yamich might just look for him.
It's like, what if you just go for save at this point? And his blanket broken by the wolves. He almost got him.
God, Yamich. But he actually made fine. There's more. Yeah,
he would have 100% died.
Good disruption.
There was 3 more max range impetus. Yeah, that would have. That would have definitely killed him.
Feels like save might become the priority of the lasso instead of the.
That's what I'm saying. I think you have to kill Ench. That's so funny, actually. Demonic Cleanse, just how much is the heal on that thing? What, 800, okay.
With the talent, it's, yeah.
Yeah, I see. Wow. I was like, I just saw Barretter's health go from like half to max.
Like, they're just going to camp outside. All the lanes shoving in, so they don't have to leave this area here on Secret. Everything's coming back up. Aegis going down in 10 seconds, but they can still keep themselves here. BB's trying to get outside. Okay, does get his Midas off. No buyback still on this Tiny. No buyback on any of them. As the
Lasso's caught Nightfall. Oh my goodness, the damage from Armel. Just completely destroying him, and the Purge almost keeping him inside the Wukong's command. But here comes FBZ.
Oh my god.
FBZ, you're in pretty deep. He drops the back wall, instead just finds the Enchantress and GPK, but your Medusa is in the fountain healing. You are at a massive disadvantage. Armel jumping in deep here, silenced up, but he's so tanky. He's got an Echo. He's gonna drop it, let it rip on the Fury, takes him down. Yeah, the damage from the end. Oh, the Glimmer Cape from Puppey to save him once again. Yamich is looking for more. They find GPK. He's gonna go for the tree volley here, but the damage Chris is too much. The damage from this Ench, FBZ has to hit him with this Alpha. They will back away, a clean escape from Secret once again.
Force a buyback, get the kill on Tiny. Honestly, Nightfall is a sliver from dying. If FBZ actually gets the vac wall on him, once he jumps in craziness, he would have actually had the Deuce too. They're going to still stick around here. 25 now on the Monkey King.
Oh, that's big. How long on Wukong's? 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Still. He doesn't have the Shard either. I was going to say, he could like use Shard to go in and follow it up with Abyssal, but...
Everyone hates this Shard.
Yeah, it is one of those ones where it's like very few people actually like to build it or play on it. Yeah, you're right. Every time Hal comes out, the game just lags.
Yeah, it's especially at nighttime. It just because it's that. Yeah, it's global. So 30 seconds, 32k lead. Pretty much everything at the ready.
Last fortification here from BB team. No GPK Tiny for the moment. Level 25 now on this Earthshaker. So Enchant Totem cooldown is just nothing. Oh, they get the wall right on top from the Boundless Strike to follow. Nightfall in trouble. Save goes down and Nightfall's dead as well. There's no way he gets out right. Armel follows it up. 3 dead without buyback.
GG.
That's it. GG comes out. And Secret taking game 1 over BB team. Honestly, we liked their draft. We said there was a tall order to take down this team, but they managed to do it.
They play this just so nice. Their macro movements, the calls really throughout this game were on point from Secret. And Chrysalis, of course, with the big balls play. You can't say anything else about it because that's kind of what opened up. This gold lead was going like 5k, 3k, 5k, 2k, boom. And then Chrysalis does this and it swings to like a 10k. They get a full flurry of items, but there's so much to talk about from Secret. This was from like the entirety of this game. The lanes were amazing. Armel's, these Echo Slams were phenomenal. They always were there with the numbers. This was just impressive movements from them. And BB were just split pushing the whole game. Like, they were just splitting, trying to recover things. And I don't think I've ever seen Nightfall have such a rough game.
Yeah, I mean 2, 7, and 0. Talk about just low impact, right? Like he has 23,000 net worth, but it felt like most of that was just for Team Secret's illusions at this point.
Yeah, and if you look, like I'm gonna just look at some like damage. I mean, he's almost the lowest damage in the game on this Medusa. Lycan did like 11.6, Undying did 11.3, Medusa did 12k. So
yeah, that is.
She just wasn't able to stand her ground. I think Yamich played like a boss in this early game to shut him down, him and FBZ, and then Armel and Chrysalis moving around the map, maybe with Puppey's calls or something like that. But yeah, this was one of the best games I think I've seen Secret play from start to finish.
And, you know, we were talking early on about the Monkey King's build, like how he wants to try and take this game, whether or not he wants to go for fighting or farming. The Diffusal right into Echo ended up being absolutely the best choice, and immediate BKB after that. And this is the play, right? I have to watch his HP here because it felt...
I'm pretty sure GPK could have tossed. I got to be honest with you, but...
Yeah, we'll see. This was just unreal.
We'll have to, I mean, I'm just staring. I need to look at these numbers. Look how low he's going to drop here. Let's see. Because I see Save, like, look where he's positioning himself, like, walking out of the Wukongs
26.
26, and it runs out of mana. Oof. What a
unbelievable.
And well deserved for Chrysalis after the way that he was moving around this game, to be honest with you, so.
Wow. That is just like, sometimes like a single play can just change the game. This was just the most beautiful execution from Secret. This is the absolute dream fight, right?
I mean, look
finally
where
get what
Armel
you want. Yeah.
I was hoping, I was like, please, the 5-man echo, but they didn't even need it, honestly.
Didn't
Like,
even need
it
it.
would have been flashy as hell. It would have probably gotten him like a rampage, but all they needed was a fissure to keep them inside of that Wukong's and all illusion. And this, yeah, super good game from Secret. BB. That's their first loss, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, actually, it might be, huh? I don't know if they've drawn anything. Yeah, they were 6-0 leading into this, so that is their first loss, and it's dealt to them by Secret. A lot of teams probably wouldn't expect that. I have to say, like, just incredible performance from minute 0. BB finished with 10 kills only. Like, that is really, really, really good in a 46-minute game.
Yeah, I will say that the funny little, so I did do some damage numbers and stuff like that. He'll go a little bit of a funny stat one. Save almost having the highest damage in the game. Maybe kind of expected with this ridiculous farm, but yeah, he couldn't do all the work there. GPK and Nightfall having some of the rougher games I think we've ever had, and let's see if Secret can do it again. I mean, this RML Shaker is definitely looking to be a problem for a lot of teams too.
I want to see it more, man. It looks so good.
Same.
Deathless, Beyond Godlike, pretty awesome. All right, everyone, we're going to go to a short break, and we'll be back with game number 2 of Secret versus BB Team. Stay tuned for more on the Riyadh Masters. We'll see you after the break.
الحياة لحن، ولأننا جزء من مقطوعة عظيمة تحركنا، تلمسنا، تصنع من لحظاتنا ذكريات بديعة. لأن الوجبة، التجربة، المغامرة، حياتك بعد جديد في هيلتون الرياض.
All new Honor Magic 5 Pro. Freeze even fleeting emotions in just milliseconds. Take marvelous night shots with lightning-fast exposure. The display reveals more details in bright areas with an astonishingly long battery life that just keeps going. The latest flagship chipset brings you exceptional performance. Unleash the power of magic. Honor Magic 5 Pro.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Riyadh Masters. It's been a fun day of Dota already, and a pretty surprising game one, I would say, in this series of bbteam versus Secret. A lot of people. Oh no, it cut away. What were you showing? Was that Earthshaker?
It was a little Earthshaker guy, yeah. I mean, I was just, giving a little shout out. Armel definitely owned super hard, but that was a really good game from Secret. And I was actually going through some stats at the end there, and, gotta say, Crystallis, he is owning super hard. I know a lot of people always give him a lot of crap, so I actually just was looking at his kill scores in these last few games, and I think he only has like three deaths, if I'm not mistaken, in the last 3 games, and he's like... Actually, sorry, 1 death, apologies, but he's 35 or 36 and 1 in the last 3 games, so...
Holy heck.
Yeah, my man Crystallis is actually bringing it in, especially with his comfort heroes. That Monkey King, from start to finish, looked amazing, and BB, right off the bat, we're going to see some respect being given to the side of Team Secret. The Monkey King, this Bat Rider, the first 2 picks that Secret did in the last draft, they were... Honestly, the Earthshaker had flashy moments, but those 2... They did so much, honestly. The early game from the Bat and then the mid game from Crystallis was on point.
All right. A little bit of a different start to the draft here for game 2. They respect ban the Monkey King. They just do not want to deal with it. They remove from the game right away. They respond with the Enigma. They grab Ench Snapfire for bbteam. Great comfort picks for them, but also comfort here for Secret, the Enigma.
Yeah, and
see what they would decide to do with this.
Do they just go for like the early Naga Siren, or do they expect that this is going to have too much, that they're going to just kind of full counter it? Because that's what we saw, of course, from Shopify. Attempted that versus BB with early Naga, and they just it wasn't even a game. It wasn't even a Dota 2 video game at all. I don't know what it was, but that's something they like to do. But then that could make it so it's just a guaranteed 5 Enigma, perhaps. But it might be something that they're looking to do anyway. Because the one thing is about Enchantress versus the Enigma. Taking even 1 Eidolon. These are not anymore, but they're still pretty strong. The level 1 enchant used to be like the god tier Eidolons. Now they're just 0 armor.
So annoying. Yeah. I will say Naga Siren on 8 is a lot stronger response than what we saw in the Shopify game. And you can definitely protect Bandit here, but I'm curious if they want to just pick up maybe another flex hero instead here.
I want to see, honestly, I want some aggression. That's what Secret played last game. All about playing fast-paced and aggressive, and it worked so well. I like this, honestly. FBZ played super well. I thought he was also... I mean, everyone from Secret played super well with the way they're moving around, but he enabled this Bat Rider a lot. So, besides Yamich looking so good, it was definitely a factor of FBZ. They look good when they're team fighting instead of just avoiding, when they're actually just looking for constant battles. And overall, from what we've seen, Secret is winning, like, I want to say... 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 of their early games that I've gotten to see at least, so...
Yeah, that's true, right? Every single one of the Secret matches that we've watched, they've all been Secret coming out of the gate really well.
Yeah, so I mean, if you set yourself up for like good mid-game team fights and lots of like auras and stuff like that, then, if you win lanes and you have good team fight and you have good movement, that's usually a recipe for success, so...
They're making the Oracle ban.
Yeah, making sure...
Secure the Darkseer game.
10 seconds remaining.
We saw bbteam go through all of the reserve time in the Phase 2 bans last game. We'll see, if they have a little bit more. I mean, this is a pretty standard Secret opener, I would say, right? I think they probably have a pretty good idea of what they want to start looking for in this draft, but...
Yeah, let's see what BB can look to punish with this, right? Because already... It is a bit more passive, I would say, when you have an Enigma as your support position, even though Puppy is, he's very good in the Enigma and does do some fun, aggressive plays with it. It is a bit of a, farmy kind of hero from these 4/5 roles, which is probably 5, but...
So they banned the Legion. Again, a hero that Pure has absolutely crushed on. Same with Nightfall.
Don't blame that, actually.
It does leave the option for the Naga Siren here in Phase 2 for Secret.
Yeah, and honestly, Secret's not banning Rubik either. And BB, they could just still grab a Rubik if they want versus this Enigma and stuff like that. It does look pretty strong if they want to go down this route.
Teams have left it in a couple times, but it's still very rough to deal with, right? Like, it is just one of those things. You just do not want to give a Rubik a black hole. They banned the Bloodseeker, so they're protecting the Darkseer lane as well.
Yep, making sure he has that as good as a game as possible. BB will definitely pick that. Puck ban, win range ban. Could be seeing another situation where this Morphling situation happens, like we saw from EG earlier versus the Darkseer. They have the Ench on their team too to re-steal the wall illusion and stuff too. So, Zapakaz pop off on it.
Yeah.
Just when I see the puck ban, I'm like, I mean, yeah, if we've seen the puck versus like the snap ends up winning the lane, and then the puck overall game plan can be really, really good to dance around and stuff like that.
That's true. I think the last like 2 matchups of versus Puck Snapfire crushed the lane, and then Puck ends up winning the game.
Yeah.
I think both times that was the case.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a kind of interesting game response rather than a lane response. And that also, yeah, it could be like these morphs that don't want to play versus the control from a puck or anything like that. But now they'll end the SD, they'll go for their Lich.
Great ban there, obviously. Frost Shield has just been such an amazing defensive tool, but if you can just demonic purge your target, it's for sure gonna die. So I like this.
10 seconds remaining.
I love Lich, honestly. It's one of the heroes that I've always kind of enjoyed watching, and now it's gotten so much love that I actually was expecting it to get picked quite a bit more.
Lich is actually, I think, my highest win rate support hero.
Really? Yeah, that can make
By like
sense.
a pretty large mark. I think it's like in the 70%.
Okay, so they go for the TA here. An interesting one.
Is this flexible? Like, could you put this mid into the Snapfire, or are we? Because like I have
We've
a hard
seen
time
it.
imagining you just pick a TA like this and you're just putting it safe lane.
I feel like it
when they
has
have-
to. Yeah, I feel like it has to have some flex. Yeah.
Team pick.
This is good. Okay,
Nice
so
first
good
snap.
into the Enchantress, great at Snapfire as well.
Good versus Lich as well. This is a really good
Yeah.
clock pick. This hero
And
with
it-
Enigma is very strong as well too, because Enigma's always. I mean, actually,
Yeah.
no, it's not. Well, it's not paired in the lane, but if it was,
Team
it's not.
secrets turn to battle.
We'll just go the Void. Okay. I guess now the puck ban makes more sense. I was thinking either the Morph or perhaps one of these more like heroes that rely on resetting and jumping in. So a lot of combos with it right now. They have the Snap and the Lich.
10 seconds remaining.
And definitely some limited forms of catch, I would say, for this Void at the moment. Unless TA gets shard at some point early, then they have some good catch. But Clockwork Cogs, Battery Assault, even Enigma, Malphus, not the greatest tools of going for this Void. But they did pick it into a
Yeah.
Darkseer, so that can be a little annoying for a Faceless Void.
At this point, it feels like you probably should just mid the Templar Assassin and find a carry here that can
Radiant team ban.
kind of play into this Faceless Void. They do ban out the Lycan.
Yeah, just, I mean, I'm sure Crystallis can play it. I was glancing through like the last several days and everything. He hasn't played it in a
10
month,
seconds remaining.
and he did lose that game. And then the time before that was 2 months ago, and he did lose that one as well. The TA just doesn't sound like a Crystallis hero.
Yeah,
He's
I agree.
he's more of an Ursa, Monkey King, Bloodseeker, fighting kind of. But we'll have to see.
Boy, did he fight last game.
Yeah, and they're kind of thinking it's the same thing, that it's probably going to be the TA mid. They're banning Drow.
That's a good ban. This would have been a sick Drow game.
Yeah, this would have been.
Outside of Chrono, but it's like very unlikely you're going to get Chrono on TA and Drow.
Yeah, would have been really nice. And it gives the Gust, the silence. Then they have a catch, an extra form of catch.
Do you ban the Morphling?
Do they just Naga Siren on Secret?
See, I was mentioning that in phase 2, like they could go back for the Naga, but it's still viable, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Into Lich is a little rough, but
it's just like versus Void. It can be amazing. If you're not caught in Chrono, you always are just able to song and reset team fights, and you're able to set up for your Enigma Darkseer. If it's something they want to go down,
BB do have last pick, which is nice, so they can secure their offlane matchup at least. We'll kind of see what's going on there.
Radiant team ban.
They'll get rid of the Beastmaster. Just the summons. They don't want to deal with it. So
I mean, both teams targeting, one targeting offlane, one targeting carry. What's it gonna be? Do they
you
care?
still have Terrorblade in the pool.
Do they care about Naga?
But
10
Naga,
seconds
I think,
remaining.
is the scariest, right?
And maybe they feel like they have the answers to it.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, there's even a Medusa.
The thing
but
is, their
Medusa
lineup-
is one of those heroes that like struggles late game in the face as
Yeah,
well.
and their lineup looks super passive if they go down that route on Secret. Like, Darkseer wants to take some time to farm, TA wants to take some time to farm. Honestly, the Naga actually makes it look also like they probably want to just farm then if that's the case too. That does feel a little awkward.
Do you get rid of the TB? Which I
They
like.
did, yeah.
I think TB would have been a similar situation as the Drow, right? It's a decent carry matchup, and you're not going to get the Chrono onto both, likely.
5
These
seconds
supports don't
remaining.
threaten it.
Radiant
I mean, they're really low on time. They'll go with something more active. Okay.
You were correct. I like this.
Well, I didn't say Razor, but
Well, I mean, in terms of active, like, right? Like, just a not sit back and farm hero.
10 seconds remaining.
Void has ways to play around this though. You have ways to. This is the old Crystallis one. You know, this is like some people like to say, you know, his hero puddle or whatever. This is his 5th one. You know, he has like the Monkey King Bloodseeker are his main ones, the Ursa, and then it kicks down to Razor. They used to pick this for him all the time.
And this limits your offlane pool a ton because you're probably, I'm guessing, bringing the Enchantress bottom, right?
Yeah, you might. And Pure usually just
So-
strictly plays like these melee heroes.
Yeah,
Instead
that's
of
what I'm
like
wondering.
a-
It's like he's got to go for something else. Or something with a disengage, so maybe Primal Beast,
Yeah,
but it is a
Clockwork.
rough Primal Beast game.
Yeah, I was thinking Primal, and then I say the clock, and I was like, yeah.
You can't pick heroes like Tide here. Maybe Wind Ranger.
It's banned.
Oh, is it? Oh, shoot. Yeah, then. Whew.
I'm thinking Visage, but I don't know. But I've like, never seen him really play it. And
Okay,
actually,
I
Visage
see
can be
that.
very slow versus Razor.
Oh, man. Yeah, they are really going to take their time on
Because
this one.
they probably also have to ask, is it mid? Is TA safe? Because we've seen the TA versus snap mid. I've seen some snaps kill the TAs, but I've seen most of the TAs win the matchup. And they're just stick with
They
their
actually
Doom.
just go back for their Doom.
Okay, so I mean, it's Pure's most comfortable hero.
Yeah,
And now you probably put the TA mid in the Razor safe lane for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
100%.
doesn't feel like the easiest lane for Doom. He has the Enchantress to kind of protect and body, but it's a Razor Clockwork. They are special.
but-
BB, like I said the other day, with their Pugna Doom and stuff like that, they are incredible, but that doesn't feel easy.
That lane feels incredibly rough.
Yeah.
Like I like Pure is one of these people that also likes to go for the Midas Octarine, like a lot of the time on this hero. And I don't know if you're gonna get these auras up and running early enough. Like if this Doom just gets crushed in the lane, your timing on Spirit could be really fast. It is gonna be Yamich playing the Enigma instead of Puppy, right?
Yeah.
So since it is a 4 Enigma, which is something we don't see all that often, but he might just leave to go to the jungle and just farm.
I mean, BB's got a really, really strong scaling lineup again, but Secret, they've got a good way to pressure early. I'm just worried. The little weirdness about me is just this offlane Enigma Darkseer. This doesn't feel like it's, I don't know. I guess you'll get some like denies and stuff like that to get slow down the void, but applying pressure doesn't feel like it's going to be very existent. I feel like they could actually get quite a bit on BB up there. But I think on the bottom side, or on the off lane, BB, they could struggle themselves here with this Doom versus this Razor. All right, this is cool. This is pretty cool.
This will be a fun game.
Yeah, this should be. I mean, both teams seem to have gotten what they wanted, so maybe not Pure because he got what he wanted based off the hero, but that matchup just doesn't sound the easiest, at least inside the early game. Maybe as it scales later on, but let's see what we get.
All right, we're going to jump into game number 2 of our final series here today. It is BB team taking on Secret, and honestly, pretty unique draft once again. Like we've had some pretty like we've been seeing some kind of new heroes here and there. Chrysalis, like you said, a master of the Razor, something that they used to pick a ton, had kind of fell out of favor recently, but it's back.
Yeah.
We've been seeing teams like Liquid grab it. I like it this game too.
Yeah, as long as they can keep the tempo up, this lineup, it does look pretty cool, right? The Razor, the TA, they actually have ways to take Roche and stuff like that. If the game slows down too much, this Void definitely has ways to be able to reign supreme toward the ends of it, but if Secret can apply this pressure, definitely some ways to be able to take it.
I'm just curious what his build's going to be, because I feel like he's going to want to build tanky Razor, right? And let the TA kind of be this burst physical damage that they need instead.
Yeah.
Things
There's-
just like
there's the argument for the Kai SNY because he's playing versus the Doom to tank up, right, for the status resist and
Yeah.
all that, but then you're playing into Void, so it feels less good. I'm unsure. I mean, he'll probably just tank up some treads plus small items, and then just look to run around a lot.
Yeah. All right. We might see a fight here at the top rune as bbteam are set up on a lot of heroes.
They've got 4.
Puppy just drops the cogs and walks away. That's gonna just give the okay. Toronto Tokyo decides not to.
Why
farm
didn't
the
he
cogs.
kill it? Yeah, what the? I was like,
Yeah.
Tokyo, 20 gold, man. Like,
I was like, I thought they were just gonna, as a team, farm the cogs,
Yeah.
but they just walk away. All right, never mind.
every time I see level 1 cogs, I feel like they end up like killing like 6 of them, and you're like, damn it, I just gave 120 gold. Like, what? Oh well.
All right, this mid lane matchup, Armel on the Templar Assassin versus GPK Snapfire. We've seen Snapfire win nearly every single lane, but this one's a lot different, right? Not an easy matchup.
Yeah, no. I've seen it. I saw it. I've seen it both go. I've seen it literally go both ways. I've seen Nisha where he solo killed the TA, and then the TA like kind of comes back and ends up like killing him, if I remember correctly. But first few levels, I say Snap does very well, and then once like 4 comes out, then the TA does good. Top.
Puppy, very aggressive. Drops a blood grenade and then cogs, but save. Forced to go for Nature's Attendance at 1.
The first link
And,
also did not connect. It was a 12 damage link. He actually threw it onto the Enchantress rather than the Doom, which is a little weird.
Wait, does
Because
she just walk away?
he's 40 movements faster, yeah, so it was a bit of a strange one.
Oh, well played by Save. Yeah, that level 1 link cooldown is super long.
It's miserable nowadays, yeah. Getting a fair bit of denies up there. Save actually able to find himself too. Same thing for Pure, so 4 denies in the top. Puppy will get a half pull off, so we'll be able to deny pretty much all 3 of those creeps. Nicely done from him.
That's sick.
Yep.
All right. Not the best creep. You would have much preferred the other Harpy, but I guess it is something. Giving you just the old school ward.
He's giving you info.
Yeah.
No longer broken. Thank God. That was a very silly meta of having 4 positions buying Helm of Dominator to get a Harpy creep. GPK is doing excellent right now. He's held the wave actually in a pretty damn good spot.
Oh my gosh.
Can't go for
Bottom
him.
lane, almost a kill on Toronto Tokyo. No blood grenade.
And that is, I guess, the cool thing, right? He's playing around the Malefice since it did get buffed so much in the last, or the D patch in particular, rather than using Idolites yet. So that's cool.
I think Puppy did this the other day when he played the lane as a 5. I think he went Malefice 1 and then Conversion at 2.
Yeah, and then he maxed He had like 3 points Malefice 3-2
Yeah.
and Solar Crest kind of build. So definitely
It's
underrated.
a good spell.
It is.
It is really, really, really good.
Yeah, I mean the first 2 points now are the ones that are that much better. The third one is kind of back to what it was once. But yeah.
This dance in the mid lane is so
Yeah.
funny. Like, he's trying to set up Scatter Blast, and Armel's, like, running in circles. Like, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me.
I've been mostly watching this mid match because they're both like trading really effectively. Armel, oh,
He's playing with a Refraction. All right, it's okay.
Yep, chilling. No fear whatsoever.
Has the bounty rune to fall back to you, so he'll refill his bottle there.
Yep. GPK a little bit ahead on denies right now.
All the lanes are doing pretty well. Nightfall's struggling a little bit on CS here in the bottom.
Yeah, he is.
I think partly just you're against the Darkseer and Enigma, right? Like, Zero can just deny with Eidolon so easily now at level 2.
Yeah, and Void overall laning versus Darkseer is not the best. Sure, you can use Time Watch to dodge some, but it's got such a long cooldown in between it also. You do take a bit of damage every time you go for CS.
I like the fact that you queued up the Midas. I think anytime you play against this Darkseer lane, if, like you said, you kind of struggle a little bit in the lane. And I feel like the Midas is a really good recovery tool for him.
Nice deny,
That was a
FPZ.
sick deny.
Yeah.
I don't know how he got that one.
You know how? Universal.
True.
No, I mean, it's
He
the
has 3 Iron Branches and a Wand. That's how.
That is the build now for all these Universals. Yeah, he's doing great down here, FPZ. On the other side, though, Christos, he is getting slowed down, which I didn't expect. Pure is actually doing excellent. 16-6 right now. He's actually slowing down the Razor and also getting his own farm kind of really nicely here. Ench can sometimes be that X factor here, but that's very impressive.
This lane has been in such a bad spot for a Secret pretty much for the last, like, 2 minutes straight. Like, it has been sitting right at this tower.
Yeah, that top lane.
He has a huge wave pushing in, and Puppy does get the pull, but You got to be careful. Like Ench is walking up at you. If she gets the enchant like with the Hell Baron, you're out of position. Like she's just gonna take so much damage.
Puppy's tried
That
so
link
much.
was completely wasted.
Yeah, Puppy's tried so much to reset the lane position. It's just it's not happening. BB playing this super nice bottom. It's a similar thing though. I mean, they're actually playing with the lane pushed in, but Nightfall is struggling under his tower to get these last hits. They're messing with him a lot. And we're seeing mid stabilize Armel. Now he's level 5, level 3 refraction.
Oh, Puppy. Gonna get the D-ward here. Potentially, he really wants this sentry, but he's also trying really hard not to die. In comes Chrysalis. Gets the static link. Puppy on the run. Has one more blood grenade. Might throw it. He does.
This is...
Puts himself down to no HP, but it does miss on Pure, and that would have potentially been the game changer there.
Whoop. Here.
Puppy ends up getting what he wants and gets the D-ward, but this is such a costly trade. Like, you have no resources.
Everyone's sitting so low up here. I mean, Puppy and just like 3 auto attacks from dying. Same thing for Chrysalis. Scorched Earth is
tango up.
Scorched Earth is about to be back up.
Puppy finds save here. He could find the solo kill potentially. Chrysalis,
He's found him.
He's got no mana, but yeah, he's finding it from top of him. He's just too fast. Windlace is enough, and we will finally see our first blood coming through. Goes the way of Puppy's clockwork. Beautifully done.
Nice play. Patience from Puppy, sitting in the tree line, just tangoing. Rotation from Tokyo, looking to still set up because Chrysalis is fairly low, but he's actually regened enough. Getting aggro onto Pure.
Ooh, he sees Toronto Tokyo. Is like, never mind.
Nice play.
Another rough static link. 10 damage. That's it.
At least he
Doesn't
just
get anything out of it.
At least he doesn't commit for it though, because chance of him dying. So good on him to get that. And yeah, mid Armel. It's like that even now. There's about 50 gold separating these two. Port down bottom. Nightfall. Time Walk is up. Puppy's here going to try to force it.
I mean, they've got a huge wave here. Full Eidolons plus the catapult.
6 on snap.
They will go ahead and... Oh, yeah, you're right. That's big. Mortimer Kisses gonna come through. Puppy trying to walk away. Yamich dodging out a little of the damage here. It actually might just turn around on the Toronto Tokyo. Nice Sister Gates, but gets canceled. And the Eidolon damage, is it enough?
He might go down. Oh!
He's one more flurry. He gets it. Oh, my goodness.
Holy
And look
crap.
who they found. It's saved. He's looking for Yamich. He's just salving in the trees. Toggled all his items in. He's going to walk back, say hello. FBZ should burn him down, no problem.
And that's a movement that doesn't hit, and Armel, it's a TA mid. He's like, all right, you move, I hit tower. Secret again, the master class of the early game, first 7 minutes, on point. 2K lead.
Yeah. I guess you save your tower, right? Because that tier 1 probably would have died without the rotation, but I don't think it's going to take FBZ and Yamich too long to finish it off anyway.
Chrysalis?
He's got a full Eidolon wave.
Oh, Pure the stick.
Ooh.
He actually lives.
Oh my goodness.
That's sub 20 HP. The rocket? Not enough damage.
Oh. Yeah, it's not enough. It's close,
It hits,
dude.
though.
It's so close.
At least it hits.
hit.
That was hype.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah, Puppy's definitely an op main.
Yep. That's actually true. You know, he is a huge Counter-Strike player, so. Wow. I mean, enormous pressure that they've done. I'm really impressed with really the bottom lane. Wasn't expecting this Enigma to be able to do that much. Yes, the Dark's here versus the Void, but Yamich, he's done incredible stuff. He's 5 already.
They just literally haven't been able to do anything at all. Like, he is completely free farming on the Enigma now as well. He's got 3 points in the demonic conversion. Mana boot's done. He's just gonna jungle.
He's gonna be a 4. Honestly, the way this is
exactly.
going.
We've seen a lot of 4 positions be able to do this recently, and oh, it's so scary.
Yeah, BB's greed.
They're still pretty far from the Midas as well on Nightfall.
Yeah, BB's greed is definitely, I mean, getting punished. A Doom Void lineup right now, they're gonna be getting abused. In Secret, they're definitely looking to punish that, especially once they start seeing these greedy items get queued up. I imagine as soon as they see like a second glove, I mean, Nightfall's got treads, but once they see the glove, I imagine they're gonna turn things up to 100. I think they're gonna be playing super fast this game anyway, though.
Yeah. We're going to see Armel queue up the Dragon Lance, so more like a slightly early game build as opposed to, like the Deso Blink. How do you feel about GBK, like, avoiding the little Shredder? Like, we've seen it as, like, your way of blowing through Refraction, but he's just said, screw it. He wants to fight with the spells.
Black Hole. It's level 6 already.
Oh, my goodness. He is level 6 on Yamich.
Tumblers in, gets the connection.
And mid lane... Oh, no, yeah, Pure. Top lane just dies solo to Chrysalis. He even drops the Doom.
Secret exposing the weaknesses of BB at the moment.
Dude, they are crushing this early game. Again, dude, this has been every game for Secret. These first 10 minutes have been absolutely flawless. Save, trying to run away. He has a TP. Ends up going north here. Puppey could definitely cancel a TP if he goes for it, but they have to close the gap. And Chrysalis, that is not the mana drain there, or the Spirit Link. What is this thing called? Static Link. Thank
Link.
you.
There you go. I was like, it's bringing up like 3 other different games right now, I think, when you're saying all these other ones. No, that's Lone Druid, right? I think Spirit Link. Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, amazing pressure, and now a 4K lead just off a laning phase. Do they have some stacks? I think they had one on the Ancient stack that the TA was working on. Yeah, Armel, he'll be able to back up to that one. This is phenomenal stuff. Movement's coming. Looks like they want to try to slow down Chrysalis. He's half HP. GPK's got kisses. If they find him, that'll be a kill.
Dire are scanning.
Trying to look back. We had so much going on around the Wisdom runes. It did split 1-1, so nothing. No extra advantages there. I mean,
These
Static
are-
Link, he gets vision of GPK. Mortimer Kisses come out. Puppey's just walking at your Snapfire now. You're going to be able to cookie for the moment. Another Static Link plus the TA trap. The gap, it's being closed. If they finish off the Snapfire, it's going to be huge. And even Yamich, as well as Armel, finish off the Lich. A massive disaster once again from Bet Boom.
That one was just weird, too. Like, GPK just throws the kisses completely random. It's not even close. They're getting
The
wrecked.
Lich is level 4.
They're level 4, and they're just getting ran out on all fronts. Secret, again, godly rotations. Even Armel turns up.
Is under attack.
5K lead. Hey, BB.
They lead 0-7, dude.
And the only one who can really make moves to fix things, at this point in the game, it's GPK. And both of his rotations have now
Dire's middle tower is
kind of
under attack.
horrifically failed.
FBZ dropped the wall bottom, just getting a Faceless Void Illusion. I guess maybe trying to force some sort of reaction, but
Hey,
he's not really using this anytime soon. He's just full farm mode.
he's just pushing him off of the wave, though. It's very
Yeah.
annoying for Nightfall. Like, Nightfall's like, oh, look at this illusion with Ion Shell coming toward me, and I'm just getting rocketed. I think that's the 5th rocket I've seen Puppey shoot down here, too.
Yeah, he's closing in on his Midas. I guess he is still over 1,000 gold away. He has 3,400 net worth, almost the exact same as the 4-position Enigma. This gives me flashbacks to like Arteezy's Naga Siren the other day
Quite a bit, yeah. Like,
against bbteam. Like they did this to Shopify.
top Chrysalis doesn't get quite in range. Tried to use the trap to be able to go for pure, but it actually wasn't in range.
Is he just rushing Lincolns? What is he doing here?
I thought so, but I think it's just a
That's like-
casual cornucopia until later.
I guess that's not bad. Like it's pretty good for the Razor, but you also wonder like, could you just have gone Falcon Blade? I don't know.
I mean, it's like a mini Perseverance, old Perseverance, right? When Perseverance
yeah.
gave damage back in years and years ago.
Yeah.
It's,
Dude, I remember Storm Spirit stacking like 3 Perseverance because it's just free 10 damage and tons of regen.
yeah. Oh, that's gonna be cool. I mean, this is gonna be BB. This could be a very similar thing as last game, where BB's like struggling to find farm, split pushing, etc., and Secret just dominating the whole map. But this time, Secret, they actually have easier ways to take objectives. I'd say with the TA Enigma, they can force Roshans and keep that stuff kind of snowballing.
How far are we from Adesso, by the way?
He went Dragonlance.
That's
He's being
1,600 gold.
oh. Did he come in
Somehow
for it?
1,600 gold. I mean, he's got the Blightstone. He's queued up a Blink, so
Yeah.
maybe he goes to Blink first. Hookshot out from Puppies. He's found save. FBZ looking to get in here. Toronto Tokyo just takes a massive hit here from Templar Assassin. The mini slows. Is it going to be enough?
It is.
And it will be. Both supports dead. Secret now to collapse on the mid lane.
They're just everywhere. 9-0. Look at this. Nightfall shows for a second. FBZ's like, I'm going to be extremely annoying and follow you. Get
He
an
walls
illusion.
him again.
Yep. Super
Oh
obnoxious.
my goodness.
And Armau's just taking mid tower.
Yeah. Why not?
Still level 5 on Toronto Tokyo. It's going to be 14 minutes or so, and he's still... I mean, I guess the Wisdom Rune will hit him, but... Jeez. This is a beatdown. And that's the double Midases, right? Pure, he's got his finished. Void getting closer and closer. You can imagine Secret clicks on that, and they're like, alright, well, let's just keep playing and doing whatever we want, because they're not going to be able to fight us with Midases. They have no
It's a
damage.
15-minute Midas.
Yeah. They are
Enigma has
large.
Blink, by the way.
Wait, what?
He has Mana Boots Blink 14 minutes.
Alrighty. I mean,
So
Yamich. This man. He played so well last game on the bat. This Enigma, he's doing the same thing. So high
there's
level.
no way. There's no way they're going to know about this. Like, Chrysalis could easily just bait bottom, turn around with a black hole. The question is,
Ooh.
Do they have the damage if they do this? Oh, Sean Tokyo will grab it for the moment, and maybe this is what they want. Yamich looking for his opening. The Mortimerkins are there. There's the black hole. It doesn't actually catch GPK, and Chrysalis will die instead. So a pretty big blunder.
Whoops.
Puppy and Armel, though, I mean, he has a blink here on this TA. He wants to find his opening. A nice Atos into the cookie. He's still got the blink available, and there's a hook shot back from Puppy. No cookie available. The Doom will catch the Dark Seer, so at the end, Secret will still come out, finding some heroes. Dude, if that black hole clips GPK, completely different.
Yeah, I literally right on the edge of it there. A nice try there from Armel. Crystal's trying to get the bait. Sure, BB, they actually find something out of all this, but then, yeah, Doom now being used, it gets wasted, and Puppy and Armel still kind of lingering around here.
How do you feel about the blink first as opposed to the Deso this game? Like, just being able to play active?
I like it a lot.
Is that the idea?
I like it so much, honestly. Because also, I wouldn't even mind if he goes for the Shard if he wanted to, before the Deso. Depends on what call they want to make. If they want to do like a Roche, or if they want to play active and just go for kills. Because I think with Shard, then he's got extra kill value on this Void too.
They're looking top. Toronto Tokyo just getting ran down by Crystal's FBZ. He gets the time walk, but drops the wall once again. Vacuum back. Nightfall forced the chrono.
And he might not get away.
Jump forward from Yamich. He's going to go for the body blocks here. It looks like they will give it up. You know what? Bottom lane, or mid lane rather, saved. Does die to GPK and friends, but they get the tier 1 top. And more of the map going their way.
And Nightfall has to use the chrono just to walk away. Almost gets caught at the end of it there. A Secret running away with this game still. And set up for Roche. Let's see, IML. By the... He's just going to go the Deso, okay.
He's almost got the Deso,
okay.
Yeah.
Just for the Roche.
Halfway there.
Makes sense, because then they can force the objective easier, and then perhaps just get a Tormentor or buy the Shard after. And either way, they're still just running at them. They're still just looking for
the
BB.
portal bot. Yeah. Yamich, no black hole. So gotta be a little bit careful. They could bait this. Instead, he finds GPK, and now Puppy on the front side finding the rest of bbteam here. Sinister Gaze to buy him some space, but Crystal's trying to just chase down the Snapfire. And he should be able to do that with ease. Chain Frost actually stopping him for the moment, but he just gets the kill anyway. And Chrysalis will end up dying, but the chase, the damage, the DD here on the Templar Assassin just cleaning up big, and they're looking for Pure now. He gets the blink away. FBZ has the vacuum, won't follow. So it's something going the way of bbteam, but it's still just an even trade at the end of the day. The 2 for 3.
Yep, and Armel comes and gets that cleanup. And Crystallis actually barely dies. Save again. I mean, probably going to have the highest damage on his team. I think he did like 2k with Impetus there.
Looking good. Pure. Hanging FBZ bottom. He wants to go for like the Blink Doom play here.
Can't quite catch him.
But yeah,
I mean,
no way to do it alone.
FBZ is being super active.
They have numbers.
Now they might be able to catch him. Nope.
Number toy away. He'll be just fine. Reading this very well.
Yep, and playing super nice. Again, FBZ. I mean, this aura carrying Darkseer seems to be like one of his best heroes, 407. Nice itemization, too. Just the Mac Pipe. No funny business. Going into Greaves this game. Definitely seeing the limited damage on BB for a long time until they get items. And yeah, Deso, it is done. So Roche, it's on the marm. It's on the market there for a Secret.
Okay, Nightfall. This is the kill. They've even got Yamich here with the black hole. He jumps in. He's going to drop it immediately. Even the hook shot to cancel. No Sinister Gaze coming through. They get 2, and Roshan now just on the table here as the Deso is coming out, like you said.
Oh, it didn't come out first, though. I was like, oh, did he just get
no
2 Deso
kills.
checks? Oh, but no. Either way, I mean, set up a run rush and instantly queues up Shard. Okay, cool. I was hoping he goes for Shard very early versus the Void this game. Even for Snap, you can just instant stop the kisses from distance, too. Yeah,
it was just a casual cornucopia into SNY, and then he will grab the Lincolns eventually. So
yeah. Armel tips Crystallis. Cool. He pulled the Roche out of the pit for the double meld. He actually made a little mistake there, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's actually SNY. He's gonna disassemble. So yeah, Halberd man.
Yeah,
okay. I like it. I like it this game. I mean, I was saying the SNY because of the Doom kind of thing anyway, but yeah, this makes a lot of sense. Bottom save.
Trying to just make some space on this Enchantress, but you're eventually going to burn down here. There's just too much magic damage. And it's a lot of... I will say a little bit of a slower Roche than expected just because they only bring the 2 heroes for it, but because they only bring the 2 heroes, you get the free kill on Enchantress, you can start pushing out bottom again.
Yeah, I love that.
Nice.
I think that's actually super nice. multiple plays on the map. It's just you're applying so much pressure. I see Toronto Tokyo. He buys the gem. This is what I was talking about versus the Lycan, and this time it's versus the TA. Needs something to deal with these traps, but he's just dead.
Well, yeah, he just dies.
He doesn't have the gem on him though. Thank God for him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, is the gem on him? But no, okay, that would have been brutal.
There's no space for BB. I mean, they're trying to farm, but look at how the way Secret's playing actually on the map. They're all split up around each other, just hunting everybody. They know that BB's just playing to farm. GPK, aggressive cookie.
He needs to be a little bit careful here. Yep, there's gonna be the hook shot with FBZ here. They drop the wall, the Malefice as well, holding the Snapfire in place. They have the vacuum. Oh, we got doomed. So nicely done. All right, GPK.
Oh, the tornado!
Gets out. Beautiful Hurricane away. Sick play there from Pure. They get the clockwork thanks to Saved Enchantress. Dude, he's doing all of the damage right now for BB.
Literally all of it. They barely get the snap out. He was dead if that hurricane didn't come out. Nightfall's trying.
Chronosphere is available. Mortimer Kisses are up as well, but they're actually just afraid of the potential turnaround. The silence, Yamich goes in, doesn't have the black hole, but a right Midnight Pulse, and there it is. All right, Mortimer Kisses into the Chrono. You're losing your Enchantress here. As they just cut and run. Secret once again just showing how strong they are. The Pipe, the Guardian Greaves, both available.
I like how keen they are to just go back into the fight. They know that they've got this massive advantage, and they know that it's a Midas Void with no Maelstrom, no damage at all. Yeah, you've got Kisses, but that
instant rotation pop.
isn't going to do anything.
They found Pure.
Oh my god, so fast.
Instant rotation. Puppy goes through Chrysalis, TPs.
Dude, Secret is looking...
They get tier 2 and the Doom, and I let the Wisdom Rune as well.
Secret is just
Dude,
looking terrifying.
What a disaster.
Like, this is insane. This is some of the best early game I've seen from, like... This is looking like gaming gladiators and stuff like that. The way they're just crippling. I mean, BB's draft is very greedy, but the way that they've punished it is phenomenal. And they're just continuing to apply pressure on everywhere. Look, like FBZ's farming bottom, playing around that side. Armel's now taking tier 2, 3 up top. There's no space for BB.
And anyone who comes up to this high ground here to try and, de-ward or ward anything, like Puppy and Yamich are already ready and waiting.
Yep.
Black Hole, like, available.
Yamich almost has Blink BKB. This is the 4 Enigma. Yes, there's a Chronosphere and a Doom to stop it, but he's got to be able to get these off.
Yeah. And there's the only real save, quote-unquote save you have on BB is, Frost Shield. That's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Armel's going to steal the Tormentor.
They would get both of them. Humongous.
Dude, they take dude, that is like the most crippling thing ever. 21 minutes comes around, you take the enemy Tormentor and Wisdom Rune.
You take, what, all 3 tier 2s, both Tormentors, both Wisdom Runes? Like, I don't think there's a bigger hit that can happen at the 21-minute mark.
Dude, I mean, that gold... Dude, that's what, like probably ends up being like 3k gold. Maybe more. Probably 4 or 5k gold.
Yeah, this is super good to see Secret being able to play like this. BB can't farm. They're trying to walk out, but look, they're like having to handhold each other. These Midases aren't doing what they wanted them to by any means.
Yeah, like we said, Pure going the Midas Octarine every single time on this hero.
Yep.
He has no defensive tool for himself outside of, maybe blinking or getting a Hurricane. Mid lane, they're just forcing them back into the base.
While they're also, like, FBZ's dealing with the bottom wave. He's just keeping it shoved all the way in.
Yeah. He almost has he's just going Hex. Not almost has a Hex, but he's going Hex next.
Sure. The extra form of catch for the Void, who's already super underfarmed. Manta and Halberd about to be finished for Chrysalis, too. I mean, yeah, Secret's got this timing here. A minute left on Aegis.
Yeah. Armel just going to start laying into the buildings here. It saves Enchantress once again as your high ground defense, it seems like.
They don't really have any other... They don't have the greatest D-push with their heroes. I mean, it's GPK and I guess a Lich Frost Shield. Just level 3, but... Hook shot.
Ooh, hook shot in from Puppy. He finds the Lich. Cookie interrupted. Nicely done. He's in a rough spot. Gonna go ahead and try and pop that jetpack and run, but a black hole catches brain. The black hole from Yamit. Good night, BB team. Just completely destroyed in this game.
They're all full health. Well, Puppy's a little low because he dove under tier 4s, but these two are a lot of synergy. FBZ and Yamich.
Damn, dude, what a call. Puppy just hook shots in, forces the reaction from BB team, and then it just costs you everything. You can't afford to buy back on these heroes. You're going to lose a full lane of Barrack. You have no fortification left. Mid is exposed as well.
Hey, this TA has double the net worth of your carry now at this point. She's just going to continue going for this.
I mean, your only hope is like a 5-hero black hole with Mortimer Kisses, and that is with like assuming you don't get hook shotted, which he does. Finds them once again. The pullback, Faceless Void makes it out, but save will not, as the melee barracks is falling and fast. Armel keeping his attention on the objectives. Darkseer gets called from the crow, but a nice blink out from Armel. He dodges it. You might only lose the Darkseer, but he heals up. So much absorbed from these Guardian Creeps, and they're just going to turn around. It's going to be Save that finally finishes the job. But Toronto Tokyo started following the damage. Chrysalis, is it just Save? He's doing all of the damage. Puppy trying to chase down Pure. He gets some. Chrysalis going to turn it around, gets a static link on top of GPK. The silence out from Armel as well. Snapfire falling low. He gets some though with the Scatter Blast. 3 Pures at Armel. It would be absolutely massive. He pops a Silver Edge. The dust is out. He's got Refraction. Blink up in 2. He should survive.
He gets out. They get what they came for. The racks. I save. He's trying his damnedest to carry the cookie.
Woo! Okay. He guesses right. Yamit on the high ground. The ward comes down. All right. 4 dead. A costly defense is it's almost 2 full lanes of barracks, 2 buybacks, but you make Secret bleed a little.
I mean, Save at least is enjoying himself on the side of BBT. I don't think the rest of them are by any means, but he did what, 4,000, 5,000 damage in the fight or something like that? It's expensive. 2 buyback, 2 right? Yeah, 2 buybacks.
Yes, yeah, 2 buybacks.
2 buybacks and they still lose like everything.
Save and Pure, I believe.
Yep. And still losing the racks. Jeez. Armel, that all, like, he ends up surviving literally because he gets the blink out of the chrono, right? I think if he gets caught in the chrono, maybe he ends up dying too.
Yeah. I mean, he just knew, right? That, like, they had to make this Hail Mary play. He was ready. It was so sick.
Yep. Now, chrono on cooldown, Kisses on cooldown, Secret, then just straight back to playing aggressive. They just have that top lane now to go through.
This Mantha Halberd on Chrysalis, he's not easy to bring down. They're looking for the Faceless Void. They catch him on the first silence. He's forced to BKB.
He's still in trouble.
Hook shot from Puppy. Goodbye. The damage is just way too much from this TA. You said he is half his net worth. And no buyback. It's just 1 lane of barracks standing in front of Secret and a 2-0 over bbteam.
The first BKB of the game, and he dies immediately afterwards because Puppy's just always in the right place at the right time.
Yep.
Final siege.
Shield. Gonna slow it down a little, but Yamich is back. BKB Black Hole at the ready.
They see Save on the side. They have a trap right on top of him.
Yeah, Puppy's just gonna jump on in from the skies there. They pull him, and that is the big high ground defense. Mortimer Kiss is even coming out as well from DBK, trying to do something, but they feel so disconnected.
And now there's no Kisses for even their chrono. Save dead for 60. It's the real carry. GPK, I mean, throwing some hot fives, probably knowing that
he knows.
This one's pretty impossible.
How long before Yamich hits this black hole, right? That's the question. Pure's gonna go, and he gets the Doom onto the Darkseer. He doesn't even have wall. I don't think he cares. There it is, baby. The black hole onto 4. Nightfall.
He walked into it. Oh, no.
He didn't chrono. It's gonna come late. It ends up costing you your Doom.
They
the
call
Chain
it.
Frost now. The GG comes out. Yeah, I think you're at a loss here on bbteam. What a series from Secret. One of the best series we've seen from them all tournament.
What a beatdown, really. This game was nowhere even near being close. BB just, I mean, even first game, they did do some fun plays of like creep cutting and stuff like that, but they never really were taking any fights. Today was Secret all over the place. BB, this looked like a different team. Honestly, Secret made them look not like that tier 1 team that we've seen so many times, as BB's always been on the upward trajectory. Secret just crushed them.
Yeah, this was it. The thing was, too, at the very end here, like, he dodges the original black hole. He time walks out, turns, goes for the, like, thinks about dropping the chrono, and then just walks back in. I
mean, they're lost anyway, right?
Yeah,
even if he lands
it doesn't
the chrono,
matter.
There's no damage. It just, that's like insult to injury. He just like, wow, I even walked at the chrono. That's how bad we're playing today, right? But not saying that they play bad or anything. It's that Secret just, honestly, just crushed them. This was an absolute display of dominance. Their drafting was nice. They played really aggressive with the draft both games too. They understood how to play, and they punished any form of greed that BB tried to do. That was, honestly, super well played.
Secret in TI form, man. This is what it is, right? This is Secret when they are feeling in well. Armel with another nearly flawless game. Or this one was flawless, but 10-0 and 11 on his Templar Assassin.
Ooh.
It feels like really the whole team made some incredible plays, but I don't even know who you pick MVP this time. Like, I really don't.
I
Like Puppy's hook shots were incredible.
I honestly don't know. I mean, Armel was amazing in both games. Ends up like, I think Beyond Godlike doesn't die the first game, doesn't die the second game, so an argument for it. But the support play, Yamich, like his movements in the early game on the Batrider was amazing. His Enigma, he ends up doing so much pressure plays. But FBZ also, he had these incredible games every single time. Like every time I've seen FBZ, I feel like that he's on his team. He's playing so well. So a treat to see. I'm very happy and very excited to see, you know, the Chrysalis haters kind of get put down a little bit. Oh my god, nothing to say lives there.
Did you see that save of the day?
That was sick. What a
Okay,
tombstone.
that one was pretty cool. The tombstone high ground blink out, that was sick. All right. Okay, I see you, PSG LGD.
That was really cool. But yeah, I mean, BB, that's two devastating losses, really. Secret, they continue to show their dominance. We've seen them dominate every single time early game, and now we're seeing them consistently now, like, I'll say consistently in the last, like, 3 games that I've seen, consistently play super well in early game with macro movement, so...
Here's our favorite play. This
was absurd.
Chrysalis Monkey King. Like, this was just... It didn't seem like this could have been possible, but somehow makes it work. I mean, again, it could have been GPK with a little bit of mistake there, not getting the toss here onto Chrysalis. You could just toss him right here, but held it for too long, and
he held it for
runs out of mana.
Yeah, I mean, he just held it for so long. Honestly, he probably could have tossed up the save up there or something like that, and then
cancel the move.
Yeah, I mean, there's... You can call it a mistake, but you know what, Dota, that's the beauty of it. There's mistakes, there's just outplays and stuff like that, and we can give that one. That's definitely credit for Chrysalis. That blew the game completely wide open. That was, yeah, a treat to see him play super aggressive, super confident today. Unfortunately, this game, he does end up dying 3 times. It's not a bad score, but does end up ruining his beautiful kill score that he had. He had a 36-1, I believe it was. Still pretty damn good, 45-4 or something across 4 games. Good stuff.
I think that's not a bad one. I don't think it's anything to be too ashamed of, for sure. Armel is definitely getting up there now, too, with his kill lines. Like, absolutely insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, people are wondering, you know, if Secret was going to be able to hold their own against some of these top-tier teams, and they absolutely are. This is going to be a massive win for them in the group stage after a really rough start yesterday, where they went 0-4. So, phenomenal for them. 4-0 now. So, for the day. So, this puts them right back in the middle. Overall scoreline of 4-4, absolutely necessary for them. So we'll see how they do going forward, as it is going to bring the day to an end. Fogged, final thoughts just on what's been going on?
I like aggressive strats much more than I like seeing the greed kind of plays coming out here. I think that's always been the case for me, just seeing people play aggressive rather than going for like these Midas type of plays. And yeah, I really like when I see teams push the envelope of when they go for like these kind of tempo-ish kind of style drafts, and they just smash and they keep applying that pressure, where the other team just has kind of no hopes of comeback. So I love seeing that stuff, and I hate seeing Midas. So.
Yeah, it feels good seeing double Midas punished when you're already behind. So we'll see. An amazing day. It's been a lot of fun, but we've got more days ahead. Day 3 of the group stage will be coming back here tomorrow, same place, same time, everyone. So thank you so much for watching. As always, this has been the Riyadh Masters group stage day 2. My name is Cryptic, here with Fogged. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you all tomorrow.